Then we look for carat. Gemstones are always measured in carat weight when cut and commonly in grams as rough. Additionally, there are 100 points in every carat, so every point counts. And last but definitely not least, we come to cut. The cut is the most misunderstood and underestimated of the 4 C's. The cut should never be confused with the shape of the gemstone. This is the 3-dimensional form, whilst the cut is the direct manipulation of the gemstone's facets by the lapidrist. Many factors are involved here, including the vision, experience and expertise of the lapidrist. If accomplished perfectly, a truly exquisite gemstone can be crafted into a work of art.
Welcome to JewelleryMaker. How are you? Have you had a good morning so far? You have been with one of the loveliest ladies, oh, the gorgeous Lara Delou. I'm Ellie Defoy. I'm going to be taking you through the next 4 hours live here on JewelleryMaker. And boy, oh boy, have I got so many treats for you. Many of you message in and say, Ali, oh, I've spent my money out. I've decided what I'm going to get and I've already sorted. Today, I'm going to make a public apology right now because when you see what we've got, oh my word, you're going to be opening baskets, you're going to be treating yourself today. You will not be able to resist. I can't resist. The treats are phenomenal. I'm just going to give you a heads up on some of them. They include a lot of pearls, not just a few, a lot of pearls. Wait till you see these. Oh, jewels. Now these are bundles, which means we are going to give you discounted prices. So this is a bundle. This constitutes as a bundle. This is a hematite bundle. This is another pearl bundle. This turquoise color with this S-Lon. Girl, look at this popping through wire, and then hello there. Look at the final treat on this bar. Moonstone, Ethiopian opals, rainbow moonstone is there with labradorite. It's a dream combination, and amazing S-Lon thread bundles. Bezel mandrels for you, 2 different ones, an oval one and a round one. I've got, of course, the amazing kits. I've got sterling silver finding treats. This whole first section is going to be under £10. It's going to be incorporating some of these bundles, pearl bundles. Look at this. This was very specially put in for. We had a request yesterday on the Facebook page for some either fancy sapphires or rubies and emeralds. Well, this is what our executive producer, Martha, set aside for you. She looked this out for you this morning. It is today's deal of the day. It's not only a deal of the day, it's going to be a very special challenge. I don't know how much of a challenge it'll be, in all fairness. It looks pretty special. It's going to be with the wonders. Now, I met this lady officially for the first time properly today. We had a sort of passing meeting once in between shows, but this is one of the loveliest ladies. She's a superstar. When you see what she has made, oh my goodness gracious me, it's taking JewelleryMaker, I personally think, and jewellery making to another level. It's incredible, the talent that she has and the passion that she has for it. It's a wonderful lady. Her name's Irene. She's to my right, or your left. This is Irene. How are you feeling?
Hello, I'm really good, thank you.
Yeah.
Even more for seeing you. It's been brilliant. We've had a lovely guest before we come on air, haven't we?
Haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, but don't worry, we've still got plenty to talk about. Oh, we'll be going forever. Irene brought me a chocolate recipe for a chocolate slice crunch. I'm so excited.
I know, it was when you spoke about it before and you said how lovely it was, you know, all these cakes. And there I was eating chocolate concrete, so I thought I must give you the recipe.
I'm so excited. I was so excited.
You'll enjoy it. You'll love it.
I'm going to try. I'm meant to be going to Zumba tonight, but I might just give it a wee minute. No, I won't. My friend takes it. She's really good fun. So I'm going to go to that, and then I'm going to come and try and make my chocolate crunch.
Oh, it's lovely.
I'll post pictures on Facebook if I do manage to. Thank you for taking the time to join me. It's so good to see you. Under £10 for the first section. What was it you wanted me to show everyone, Phil? Yes, we've already had a look at our fancy sapphires. So we're allowed to get started. Phil, producer Phil, I very kindly asked if we could start with this, and he's gone and said yes. This is not a price these two luxurious pearls should be. So if you're tuned in for the first time, this is not trying in any way to imply a value or worth, and I don't want you to look at this and think, oh, well, is that all pearls are worth then? It's nothing to do with that. It's just a matter of when we put 2 vault locations together or double up on 1 vault location, we either clear the vault location quicker, or alternatively, it means we can clear 2 vault locations at the same amount of time as it would take to clear 1. Now, obviously, if we do the normal price point for each one, then that wouldn't clear at the same amount of time. We'd probably need to take double the amount of time. So if we reduce the price a little bit, we can turn over the money, maybe not have any of a margin, but it means we're getting turnover. And it's rather that than have stock just left in the studio, because we can't afford to. The other day, in the vault, we had something that hadn't been seen for a year. That's taking up a vault location of a year, but bearing in mind that's money we've spent to buy it that we haven't returned. So we'd rather have a quicker turnover than worry too much about the margin. That's probably not the best, probably not best to tell you that, but that's the truth. Far too honest for my own good. My boss will be sitting there going, oh no. Well, why not? That's the way it is. Well, the reason I tell you is because I didn't understand it when I joined this company. I thought, why is it so low in price when everywhere else it's not? Bearing in mind we own our television studios, so we don't have to pay for rent. Some stores, not all stores of course, but some stores have to pay for the rent of the store. They have to pay for, I mean, we've got, you'll probably be aware, we have batteries that we put in our microphones, and once they go, they're gone. So if we can't afford our batteries, we're out. And sometimes this does happen. So we do sort of feed the meter now and again when we get some cash and keeps the lights on. Now and again when I present in the dark, that's just because we haven't fed the meter. But yeah, like yesterday, for example. But in all fairness, we're very fortunate. We don't need to worry too much about footfall. If you had a store, you would need to hope that, well, on this occasion, how many have we got, Phil? Let's make it relative to this. 78. So regular viewers, sorry, because you all know this. But if you're watching for the first time, I want you to be aware of how we can do this, because when I watched for the first time, I did not understand it, and I thought, this is ridiculous, this must be fake, this can't be real. These are genuine pearls, got an authenticity certificate for both of them. So that's about 78 of these we have available. If we could get these allocated, now our ideal is, Phil, how many? Phil's my producer, sorry. 3 minutes, ideally? About 3 minutes, ideally, we would like to have these all allocated, 78. Now, in all fairness, in a store, unless it's Harrods, maybe Selfridges in London, in Oxford Street, or Knightsbridge, you're not likely going to get 78 people coming into a jewellery shop within 3 minutes and purchasing, are you?
No.
Because it usually takes longer than that to make your mind up anyway.
Absolutely.
So if we could do it to a price that I like to call a no-brainer, makes you look and think, oh gosh, absolutely, yeah, I wouldn't get that anywhere else, that's fab, then that's how we can allocate 78 in that space of time, because we have Sky, we have Virgin, we are worldwide on the web, And at £8.95, when we quite often offer one strand at that price point, we're offering two and hoping that maybe 78 people will treat themselves.
The thing is, what you've got to remember, Ali, is that you're talking about a no-brainer. When you're having a purchase like this, you can make enough to make your own necklace and make one for a friend. So you've already got an extra gift ready towards Christmas. But the way that we put our colours together are fantastic for people, because that's another thing. When you're buying a gemstone and you're trying to put it together to make it look really pretty, sometimes when you're in a shop you'll be overwhelmed with all the products. Whereas if you see something that you've popped together like that, straight away those two strands together, you've either got a beautiful baby blue or you've got that beautiful pale yellow colour, or you mix them together and they match beautiful.
I love it. Phil in the producer chair just went, whoa, 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 whoa. You mean I put together?
Oh.
He puts them together. That's what
He's got good taste.
He does, actually, to be fair. In all fairness, I did train him, so I'm not surprised.
There you go.
I'm never going to let that go. Tracy's in, Judith's in, Louisa's in, Sylvia's in, quite a few multi-bids as well. Now, this is just an option. You might be thinking, Ali, I like this, but I'd rather mint and white. Got some mint and white coming up. But we're quite lucky in the fact that we have a huge platform available to us. Now that's an option, but you might want to get that and put the mint, the green with the blue, and put the lemon with the white. And you might want to completely separate it.
For that price you get all of them.
Well, yeah, you could, or put the three of these together and have sort of a pastel bundle and keep the white on its own. What we're looking at currently is the lemon and the lilac. So maybe, I mean, a lot of our viewers do this, and a lot of our customers, and of course guest designers as well, will buy things together, and one of you might want the lilac one and one of you might want the yellow one, but if you split it between two, that's £4.50 each. And we don't sell pearls for £4.50 on their own, so it might be a way of getting it. You can't get them individually at that price. That price won't be halved individually. What would they be? I mean, normally they'd be minimum £6.95, you would suggest. Minimum for anything we sell on here is meant to be minimum.
On here,
although they did break it this morning with £5.95 rose quartz strand, which I did notice. Eloise has very kindly messaged in, I purchased them by price changed on the web. Do I still pay the lower price? Absolutely, Eloise. If you join me at any point throughout one day, if the price changes and goes lower, it would never go up, but it only goes lower, you only pay the last price and the lowest price. Everybody pays the same one. You don't need to call back, you don't need to message back on the web, it automatically changes. Usually your card isn't charged until it's due to be shipped anyway, so you don't need to worry if it changes within a couple of minutes throughout the show. Once we move on, I don't think we've ever changed it after we've had it on, and then if we recap it, we can't. So there we go. Once we recap something, if we do sort of go over it again later on in the show, the price won't go lower anyway. But even if it did, if that eventuality ever happened, it would still go to the lowest price. So everybody pays the lowest price. You don't need to call back on the phone lines. You don't need to call back on the web. If you want to, it's a free phone number from the UK landline. If you want that reassurance, our contact centre are brilliant. You can call them back and you can ask them to check the price. If that would help you and reassure you. I know what it's like being a first-time buyer, and I know what it's like trying to trust somebody new. It takes me a while to trust somebody and to trust something, to trust quality, and you don't really get to know it until you give it a try. So maybe on a try on something that's maybe going to get you for under £10, that probably the lowest you could spend on JewelleryMaker, and if you include your post and packaging, get something for under £10, get it home, see what the service is like, see what you like. But what you could also do, have we got any? Oh yeah, we do. You could grab yourself, sorry, excuse me, I'm jumping off the telly. Grab yourself a DVD and a magazine. These are free. You get these for free from us. Just call us on the free phone number from a landline and just ask us for them. If you want to introduce a friend to it, or maybe you want to explain what you do as your hobby or as your business, if you've elevated it into a business or started it as a business, you can get these for free from us, and you can give these to them to introduce other people into what you do, and show them about the quality. You get this magazine and this to start, the DVD, and then that's a magazine that comes out every month. I'm on it, so it makes me happy. I wasn't at the birthday, but I'm in the birthday magazine, so that's made me happy. So yeah, it's giving you tips on what to do and how to get started. And regular viewers, sorry, you all know this, you're just like, come on Ali, get on. So, I don't know how you're going to do this, Phil. Phil wants to take this strand Irene, what do you reckon? This strand for under £10.
No. They're big pearls, aren't they?
Really big.
They're not.
11 by 10 mil. But somebody has written nugget on the title.
Oh, no, that's beautiful.
So it's flat on one side, which do you find? I find it sits easier on the sort of skin if it's flat on one side. It's called a sort of, you might call it a Mabe pearl idea.
Well,
It means it's got a flat side, or Baroque pearl.
Well, first of all, you're saying that, but if you look at it, even if the pearls turn round while they're on your neck, you can see that they're putting more clarity and shine to it, aren't they? I mean, they're looking beautiful. They're a really good size, really nice size.
So if I gave you 2 of the exact same strand for under £10,
I'd be rushing home to get on the phone again. That's fabulous.
like you were this morning with your ladder markers, you've probably still got an open order.
Oh, do you know, you said just earlier about the way that you go on the phone for the first time, the way that you are placing your order, and it was so easy.
Was it?
Yeah, because I was a bit anxious. I said, could you just make sure that I'm okay, because I don't want to miss out. He said, no, it's okay, it's in your basket. And it was really good, and I was like, I've got Larimer, because I wanted the Larimer. So yeah, they're a great team when you phone up, so it's nothing to worry about, just phone up and place your order.
They're really helpful. It's
brilliant.
free. If there's a few seconds delay on I don't think there's any delay on the line at all. It's now, is there, Phil? A delay on the line, are we fine?
Wow,
there's not even a delay. No even? What kind of language is that?
Wow.
No even a delay. A bit Scottish going on there.
They're beautiful.
Nay bother, pal. You've got £9.95. That's nobody's friend. That's what it means. You get 2 of them. These are totally natural pearls.
They're beautiful, and you know they're going to go with anything, can't they? You'll be able to mix those with any colour scheme, any gemstone that you've got. That is, I think it's a little bit like having the white or the black dress in the wardrobe.
Your statement.
You should have these in your kit all the time, all the time.
100% agree with you. The other day, I was just mentioning yesterday actually, when I was in Germany at the weekend meeting my friends. Well, I was just out with my friends. It was one of my friends' birthdays, and we all went out because they're from Germany, so we went to Germany. I'd never been before. And their family was there, and I met their grandmother, and their grandmother was just pearl earrings, pearl necklace, pearl rings, pearl brace, and she was the loveliest lady.
Yeah.
All about pearls though.
Yeah.
Like, you take one look at her and you think, yeah, she knows, she's the pearl, she's got her pearls on.
Yeah.
And she was just lovely. And I just, every time, I used to always think of Helen Mirren, or my own mum when I thought about pearls, because we got my mum a pearl ring for her birthday a couple of years ago from her sister channel, before JewelleryMaker even existed.
Yeah.
And pearls to me make me think of sophisticated women, ladies of elegance, and now I have
it just
had
shows
this lady's
status
mum
straight away,
well.
doesn't it? Yeah, just shows status straight away. I met a lady from Chicago this week. I went round to say hello to them, and that's what she had. Pearl necklace, pearl earrings, and she had the bracelet, and and then she just had a lovely baby blue top on with, you know, just basic everyday clothing.
Yeah.
But those pearls set it off so beautifully.
100%.
So beautifully. Yeah.
You got to get them if you can. £9.95. We've got half the stock already allocated. We've had multiple multi-bids. Liz in Somerset, I hope I said this right, has gone for 5. So that's 10 strands of pearls you've got for £50.
That's amazing though, isn't it?
And they're 100% natural. The colour is natural, the shape is natural. They've not been treated. You can print off, and I always advise this, print off your authenticity certificate unless you get one anyway. Donna Marie in Bristol. Afternoon, lovely ladies. I've got my pearls. Well, I got 2 lots. Would be rude not to. Absolutely, I agree with you there. You've always got 30 days to change your mind as well, and it's 30 days from the day you get it. So if you get it delivered to your house, or if you're not going to be in, you can get it delivered to a friend's house. It doesn't matter. You can get it delivered to family abroad, Australia, Malta, Greece, anywhere you want. America. Have you messaged from Oklahoma? Hiya! Good morning, Ali. Oh, is it morning where you are? How wonderful. The quality and trust in GMs is awesome. I live in the US and buy from GM and have never had to send anything back. Page 1. Are we getting a page 2 of the text? I love that. I'm so pleased to hear that. That's really, really made my day. That has. Lovely to hear from you. And I hope the weather's lovely in Oklahoma. That's one of my favourite musicals, that.
Yeah. Is it? Yeah.
Oh, Oklahoma weather.
It is quite a funky film, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Do check that out. They have sold out, I believe. Or if not, they will be. So I'm going to have a wee break from pearls, just in case you're not after pearls today. Oh. There you go, I'm sounding like a monkey again. I have it. The funny thing is, I do that at work all the time, but when I actually met, I went to Thailand not so long ago, and I got to meet some monkeys, meet them, I don't know if that's how you say it, you meet monkeys. I hung out with some monkeys on an island, like wild monkeys. They weren't like in a nature reserve or anything, they were just, it's called Monkey Island, there's monkeys on this island, and our boat pulled up, and I didn't do my monkey noise.
Oh.
Why would I not do my monkey noise?
You're probably a bit scared.
They were drinking from my water bottle.
They're really intelligent, aren't they?
They are amazing.
Yeah. I was watching a programme yesterday where there was gorillas smoking, and they had to take the gorilla to a separate island so that they could stop him and detox him off the cigarettes. It was amazing.
Did they find a cigarette?
He was just asking for people to throw him cigarettes as such, and he was smoking them and breathing them through his nose and everything. So do not smoke, please, otherwise you get put on an island. It was amazing. It was so good.
Though, if you went to the doctor and said, I'm trying to stop smoking, it's like, right, it's fine, we'll send you to this island.
Yeah.
I think everybody would want to stop smoking. I would want to start to stop so I could go on the island.
It was a desert island. I don't think he had bananas on there.
Oh no, no
Bless
bananas.
him. He did survive, by the way.
Just so you know, these sapphires and rubies and emeralds that are coming up would go lovely with those pearls as an option. Just with the money we just sold on that, saved on that, sold on that. It has sold out is what I meant to say. I'm just going to shimmy off this for now. I'm bringing your hematite now. I'm going to have to leave everything off because they're on hoops. There we go. Just means they're tied in a full knot is all. Love, love, love these. Oh, wow. How many was that? 840 carats. Ooh, I love these. Now this, I fell in love with this earlier actually. You've got your hematite, which is your natural colour in 8mm rounds, which is this one here, kind of stroking it with my thumb. It's 38 centimetres and 350 carats on its own. They're the largest out of the three. You've then got 7mm, just 1 millimetre smaller. These are 320 carats, and there's a 40 centimetre strand here, which is 2 centimetres longer than this one, approximately. And these are fancy multicolour coated. They're almost like when you blow not blow a bubble, but when you have bubbles when your bath, or more importantly bubbles when you're doing your washing up.
I love them. I could look at those forever, you know, because they just, every time you turn one, they just give up another colour.
Definitely.
Beautiful.
So they'll go with a lot, and then you've got faceted ones in the middle. We only have 27 of this bundle to get. Oh yes, all 3 of them are going under £10.
Wow.
If it says it on the plasma behind me,
that's really good.
then that's what it means.
Wow.
It's a fact. I thought, well, it didn't need to go that low, but it's gone to £8.95. So take advantage of it. Faceted for you in the middle. And for anyone who's just tuned in, we're clearing 3-volt locations here because these are all 3 separate codes normally. But when Phil puts them into a bundle and writes something fun like Hematite Delight, it means he can reduce the price.
Oh,
how fun is that?
Delight.
Makes up titles. Yeah, some interesting names. I would like to find out what you would suggest as well if you were to have the chance to name something like this. Or the pearls. Choose the favourite bundle that you've seen so far today and give us a suggestion on what you would, what would you like to call them. Would you call it Hematite Delight? Would you call it something different?
Rainbow of Love.
Rainbow of Love? Oh, I like that one, Phil. That's a good one.
I like that. All the colours, you just keep loving them, so it's got to be a rainbow of colour.
I love that.
You like that?
Rainbow of Love. I'm all over that one. Just to let you know, I have 10 left and there's 11 in baskets. My screen seems to have frozen, so forgive me for not reading out your names. I've only got 4 in my baskets, but Phil's got... Oh, he's resetting me. I feel like a robot. He's resetting me again.
People are shocked with the price, you see.
Enjoy. Because I've got 4 names on my screen. Oh, the rest are on the phones. I only get to see those of you who have confirmed either telephone or web, or those showing an interest in the web, but I've got 17 on the phone lines, which is lovely to see. And lots of you on the web. Best of luck on that. Enjoy it. Please don't be disheartened if you miss out on anything. It happens. It's happened to me, gosh, many a time. It's taken me a year to get myself my thread zapper, which I'm waiting to collect. I have ordered, which I'm really excited about. Got some mandrels for you. Should we do these? It's a duo. You can't double up mandrels. Are you allowed to do that? Bezel Mandrel Duo. Now that is an inventive name. You've really worked to town on that one, haven't you? I'm going to show you all the... Sorry, please excuse me, I'm not going to show you that box. It's a bit tatty. This one is too. Forgive me, our boxes of studio samples in the studio are a little bit bashed, but if you can have a look here, this shows you all the different types of mandrels that we bring to you in this particular bezel mandrel. What I'm about to offer you today are these two, the first two, which I haven't yet seen actually, the oval and the round. So I have both these two for you. In the past, I've brought you the half round and the teardrop and a triangle. You had the hexagonal last week. Oh, apparently that was quite good. The rectangular and the square I haven't done yet. Haven't seen those, but we're doing the round and the oval for you today, which generally I think will be quite popular.
They're really
Already
nice.
being allocated.
They're really good. They're really nice.
So I'll show you what you've got. There's it. Sorry, I just kind of squeezed those in there, Leah. Forgive me. I love your headphones. They're sort of Jamaica ones, aren't they? Or are they not? She's got the awesomest headphones ever. Can you see them? They're pretty cool, aren't they? Like Bob Marley headphones. Love those.
Oh.
Thanks for joining us today, Leah. You're coming some overtime.
I am.
Oh, I love it when Leah joins us. It's funny, it's on the same day as Amelia, isn't it? Amelia's back. We missed Amelia yesterday. Aww. Lovely to have you both today. Jennifer's with us, Raymond and Joanne, Essex is with us, Elizabeth and Sandra and Jenny and Angela, new callers, lots of you already joined us. We haven't got a price point. Oh!
That's very good. Really? Not for the two of them? That's
It's
ridiculous.
a bundle.
That's ridiculous price.
I love that. Call it Bezel Duo and you get $7.95. Now on the web you were seeing $9.95.
Fab.
You're not even going to pay that. $7.95. Phil, are you giving away everything this month?
I'm sure I paid about $11.99 for mine, and that was just a round one each. So that's really good saving, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. You get.
If that's what it was. I'm not sure how much these ones were. I haven't done these ones singly, but
Wow.
neither's Phil. He's like, oh, I haven't seen them singly either. I just put in a price that I liked. There's a little button on our web. It's really funny. If you ever get to come to JewelleryMaker, you'll probably not be allowed in the studio because you'll see really how basic it is. There's a big red button that allows you to reduce the price, right? You can choose by £5, you can choose by £10, you can choose by £1, you can scroll it and pick a number. Apparently you can do it by £100, but nobody's ever used that one. Yeah, it shouldn't be there. Nothing on JewelleryMaker really is usually even 3 figures, and if it is and you take 100 off, we'll be in real trouble. I'll be literally giving away any diamonds. We've got diamonds at the weekend, did I mention that? Excuse me. Right, so if you, forgive me, I've got a wee frog in my throat. In Persian, frog is I can't even say it. It's how you say frog in Persian. I don't know how I know that. My friend sent a video of their little cousin and they were saying frog in Persian. I was like, that's hilarious. Who's ever going to say that? So then I learned how to say it.
I lived in Germany for 2 years.
Did you? I was there at the weekend. I didn't understand Scooby-Doo that.
I only knew how to say one thing. That's what I said. How do I cope? How do I know? I was only about 21. And then my husband said, oh, just learn I'm beer bitter.
Which means I want a beer. Or no, something, please.
Yeah,
a beer,
but I don't
please.
drink beer or bitter. I don't drink bitter.
Bitters,
That was all I
please.
ever. And Ein is one, isn't
Bitter
it?
means please.
Bitter, there you go. Please, pint of bitter. I mean, it's been years. That's all I ever
Pint of
learned.
beer.
I just stayed on the army complex. I couldn't. I was too scared. I was just like, oh. So I just stayed on the complex and just stayed in, the local naffy and shop. I tried to buy food in their supermarkets and things. I remember buying, I thought, a tin of beans, and I got them home and there was like these white pea things. And I tried a few other things, and I was okay with the cakes.
Yeah.
So I ate a lot of cakes. But yeah, I just really used to stay on the naffy and go shopping there in the end.
I can say 9.
9.
That's no, apparently. And Guten Tag is hello.
Good Morgen.
Good morgen is good morning.
It'll probably come
Dankeschön
back
is
to me.
thank you.
Yeah, probably would come
And
back
what
to
was
me.
the other one? We all say it over here anyway. When you sneeze.
Bless you.
No.
I don't know.
No, what are you saying? Oh. Ich bin einen Kartoffel, I'm a potato. Carol taught me that.
And I know Bratwurst because I always have those at the German market in Birmingham.
You lived in Germany, but you learned how to say something German in Birmingham.
And what is it? A pint of Grolsch and things like that. So
There are other beers available.
Bit rude,
Give
isn't
me
it?
some.
Really?
I don't know any.
Yeah.
Guinness.
I
and
was
Carling.
young. I was young. Please forgive me. I was young.
Oh, what is it they say? What is it when you say bless you in German?
Oh.
Auf Wiedersehen. No, that's
That's goodbye. See, I do know a bit. That's
not even
goodbye.
German though, is it?
Oh, I think we should move on myself.
It's not Entschuldigung, whatever that means. No, it's not that. Everybody knows what it is. I just can't remember it.
Please email in and help Ellie,
Please
because I
help me.
can't.
It's going to annoy me.
Oh.
Chew. What is
you.
it? What is it they say? Right, what are we doing next? And I'll think about it.
Oh, don't give me your cold. Achoo.
Right, I'll do
Bless
this. I
you.
love this. This is one of my favourite bundles, actually. Shell pearl rounds with S-Lon cord in like a lovely minty teal and turquoise in your wire. 0.6 gauge wire, 10 metres of it, S-Lon cord and shell pearl under £10.
It's amazing.
Phenomenal or phenomenal?
That cording on its own is something like $3.95, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you've got the wire, 0.6mm gauge. I love this cord. S-Lon cord is 0.3. It's our smallest that we do. 260 metres of it. $9.95 with your turquoise coloured copper wire, 0.6mm gauge, 10 metres of that, and turquoise blue shell pearl at 10mm rounds. A full strand, 38 centimetres approximately. And that is all $9.95. Oh, I can't remember what it is you say. If you remember, can you... No, it's not bless you, because that's English. If you message me in 0800 644 655... Oh, that's a phone number. There's a text number. 60777. If you put JM Studio at the start... Gesundheit, that's it!
Oh.
That's it! You found it on the search engine.
Gesundheit.
Gesundheit.
Gesundheit. Okay.
Gesundheit, Gesundheit. Sounds a bit like that. You've heard that before, Leah, right?
No.
You've never heard anyone say that? Can we see your messages? Everybody's probably like, Gesundheit, Ali. Thank you, Maggie and Angus. Donna, Gesundheit. I love these spellings. Is Gesundheit? These are me. I wouldn't know how to spell it either. And everybody's messaging in. Oh, don't know about the spelling. Gesundheit, Gesundheit, and the Gesundheit. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you. Ali, it's Gesundheit in German. What did it say about Paisley? Oh, is it from Sheena and Paisley? I'm from Paisley. Hi.
I bet they're all shouting at the telly, Gesundheit.
I know. Literally, I'm kicking myself. I'm like, oh, I know this one.
It's like a football match. You want to get the goal. Gesundheit. Oh dear, we're in so much trouble.
Oh, I love it.
Oh.
Right, £9.95. Carol is in West Yorkshire. Doe is in Oxfordshire with a multi-bid to you. Joyce, Hilary, Susan, Margaret, Raymond, Joanne. $7.95 now. Everybody pays the same final low price. On the phone lines of the web, Philip cannot hang about today. He said he's not allowed to, he doesn't want to. I've got pearls coming up for you, mint and white, that'd be lovely. We've also got, what do you think of labradorite with this? That'd be a bit different. You've never used what word? Mint. Mint green. You've never described anything mint other than an actual mint.
When someone says it's cool.
Oh, when someone says it's cool, when they say that's mint. No, I've never used that either. My friend asked me what the royal mint was the other day when we were at the airport. We were coming back from Germany. My friend is German. They went, "What's the royal mint?" I was like, "Oh gosh, here we go." £7.95. I was like, "Royal mint? Have you not heard of it? It's that kind of gum you get, chewing gum, you know." I was winding them up. I was being a bit. No, I told them actually. £7.95. So check it out when you can. I love that. Pearl time. Do 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 do. Pearl time. Doesn't quite work with pearl time, does it? Works with hematite, but I forgot to do it with hematite, so I thought I would do it with pearls. What do you reckon?
They're gorgeous.
Really pretty, aren't they?
I'm just thinking, yeah. They're lovely, aren't they? Really fresh. So you look at that and it just makes you feel summery, because I know we've got grumpy weather outside, but if you treated yourself to that strand, you'd be ready for the summer to come.
You'd be bright and happy.
Yeah,
and you'd be
yes.
feeling good.
Yes.
Do love this. There's the greens and the whites together. You have got Cultured Elegance, he's called this one, our Phil has. Yeah, it's a lovely name, Phil.
Elegant. Very
They're
nice.
cultured and they're elegant.
They are elegant.
Mint are side drilled, as are the white, both side drilled. Baroque means flat on one side and any shape on the other side. 7x6mm are the mint, and then the green, sorry, that's the mint, and the white graduate from 7x6mm to 9x6mm.
They'd be great for soutache, wouldn't they? Because of the
Oh.
flatness of the
Yeah.
one side. And they'd
I like
be really
that
good
idea.
if you had, you know, the lovely large pearl. I can't think.
Half drill button pearls? No.
That you'd use for
Cabochon?
shoot. Yes, thank you. I couldn't think of the name. If we had a large cream one of those, and you base these all round the edge as a focal piece,
That would be
that would be
lovely.
beautiful. Really nice.
Ooh, we have a beautiful piece here from our beading buddies, actually. Very kindly put together this. This was by Sue.
Nice.
Now, both of these pearls are brand new. I love this asymmetric style necklace with a spacer in between. And then in the back, I'll turn it around just sideways so you can see that lovely drop with the two pearls. That's lovely, isn't it? Gorgeous extender chain. So you could have it long or short, you could have the drop, and then the bracelet. Again, I love the finish on the bracelet, actually. They've chosen, our gorgeous Sue, she's chosen one of these, almost like a nautical, I call it a nautical clasp, I don't know about you.
Oh, yeah.
Slider
See?
bolt ring clasp, I think it's lovely.
Isn't it lovely?
Lovely idea. What do you reckon? For the two strands, well, you know it's going under £10. It's £7.95 though.
Wow.
I always think at the moment of sort of bridal, when I see mint green and pearls,
Oh yeah,
I think of bridesmaids.
definitely.
Now see what you think about the previous bundle with the S-Lon cord and the pearls. I think that would look quite lovely.
Oh,
I don't know
yes.
about you, but as you suggested, maybe
Yeah.
Kumihimo
Yeah,
with that sort of S-Lon cord.
beautiful.
There are not many of the S-Lon cord bundle left, is that what you're saying? Two.
Wow.
I appreciate you might be thinking, well, I don't want the wire or the shell pearl if you want the pearls and this. Depends, I don't know if you can buy it. Can you buy this on the web on its own, the S-Lon cord, or not? Not on the website. Maybe somewhere else, but not on our website. We've put it in this bundle, so it will be reserved for this. So it's completely up to you, whatever you see, whatever you like. If you want some advice, that's the main reason we're here. So do drop us a message. It's free on the website, JewelleryMaker.com. You can message us on there, or alternatively on the web. That was the web. Alternatively on the text, 60777 is the text number. JM should do at the start of your text. Now it's not £1.50 or £2 a text. It's just whatever your normal network charge is. So whether that be 7p or 10p or 14p, I don't know what they are these days. I've been with my phone company that long. They've given me an unlimited text, but I don't know how that works. Probably still, I don't know. Don't know what it is. There is a limit. Mine's unlimited. No, mine's unlimited. They told me it's unlimited. I don't ever really send texts anymore.
Oh, I do.
Do you?
Yeah. Do you do a lot of phone calling then?
Yeah. Oh, I talk. I like to talk.
I talk a lot, but I don't really like talking on the phone.
Really?
Not really. I'd rather text.
Oh, I love talking. I get cramp in my hand texting. I'm like, ah.
They have to decipher my texts anyway. It takes them ages.
My mum was a teacher for many years, and she started texting me, and it would be like text talk, because the kids at school would start writing their essays in text language. So my mum just picked up the text talk, and obviously she told them that's not what to do, and she corrected it all. But when she was texting me, she would send me all these like broken down wait for you, but it would be like W8 for you, the number 4 and then you. I'd be like, what?
There's an actual
can't understand
textbook.
this.
Yeah, you can get a textbook and everything over it, can't you?
Oh, my mum was far too
Mad.
cool. I couldn't get it.
Yeah.
But yes, definitely that combination. I think for genuine pearls, again, you've got the sizes there. If you need reminded of the sizes, they should be on the website. If you need any, if you're phoning us, it's a free phone number in the UK landline. Sorry, I'm repeating myself, but if you're new, you won't know how it works, and everybody deserves to be introduced the same way, I think. So it's there, it's available for you at £7.95 for two of them. Post and packaging in the UK is £2.95, and that is per day. So that was with whether you joined Lara this morning, whether you join myself now, as many times or as little times you want, whether you join, I believe it'll be Zena tonight for you, so it doesn't matter. Right, Am I ready? Are you ready? Is it time? It's design inspiration time. We have a superb show for you today. It started with some amazing treats, but I've still got many, many more to come, and some gorgeous bundles. There's an S-Lon cord bundle coming up for you as well. But design inspiration time, when you see what Irene's made, I think you're going to be completely baffled. I was jaw-dropped. I didn't even know what to say. I don't even think words could do it justice to try and describe it. Wait till you see it, and you are just going to be dying to grab this kit. And I don't say that lightly, you're going to love it. I'm going to show you first of all the double faced satin. Now we've got a lovely burgundy colour and a gorgeous gold. They're a width of 3 millimeters. It's actually known as scarlet berry and gold. 3 millimeter gauge for the scarlet berry and 30 meters of it. 50 meters of the gold, and that for you. Oh, I'm looking at the gold copper wire, forgive me, and 30 meters at 0.3, so they're both the same, forgive me, because you've got wire in here as well, which was confuzzling me on the screen. 50 meters of 0.25 millimeter gauge, and 10 millimeters of 0.8 millimeter gauge, so you've got two of those, 0.25 and 0.8, 3 millimeter gauge in both the scarlet berry. Oh, it's called mustard satin. That's why I'm getting confused. I'm calling it gold, and it's called mustard.
Yeah.
There's the confusion.
Yeah.
You've got yourself 5 hair combs, and the colours are all working gorgeously together, aren't they? That gold, whether it's a different sort of metal or whether it's ribbon, they're working really, really lovely together. So that's your hair band, your hair combs, which are 8 by 4 centimeters, gold coloured, and then I've got, to match that, 5 tiara bands, again gold coloured. These I've got a 5 millimeter for you in width all the way along. It's not telling me a size, but I'm sure it'll be a universal size for a head. You've then got yourself 3 strands of genuine gems. I have rhodolite garnet with 100 carats on there for you. And red garnets in your irregular plain oval. So these go from 6 by 5 mil to 8 by 5 mil and a 30 centimeter strand with 70 carats. Totally natural garnets. Then you have here rhodolite garnet, where you can see more of the, hold on a minute. In all honesty, they're both rhodolite garnet to me, because you've got purples in both of them. The purple is what defines the rhodolite garnet. If I'm being honest, this for me is more of a rhodolite garnet, this one is more of a red garnet. You've got your set, I'm always far too honest, aren't I? 5 by 2 millimeter to 13 by 5 millimeter. This is a 21 centimeter strand, and they're irregular plain drops, 100 carats in this one. Citrine with 110 carats. Irregular plain drops, 4 by 3 mil to 11 by 5 mil. This is a 24 centimeter strand. They're all tasseled strands for you, which means you do get that on the end. You can use it if you so wish, save it if you so wish. Great for bookmarks or other details for things you might want to use. All of this. You enjoy working with this kit, Irene?
The colours, they are my 2 colours that I think match together so well.
Really?
And I have noticed in the shops now that gold is coming back really big.
Absolutely.
You know, one time it sort of drifted off, it was silver a lot, but now the gold is coming on beautiful, and these 2 colours together blend so well. And they for all year round. You know,
and they look really expensive together. It looks like
really
an
classy.
expensive. It looks like something. When you see Irene's jewellery, it reminds me of what I was looking at when I was in Dubai airport and seeing just rich gold, rich berry colours. It was just very, very indulgent, very, very rich, very regal. It was just lovely. £44.55 is if we add each strand together, each reel together, the 5 headbands, the 5 hair combs, and the 2 brand new ribbons. Now this is a ribbon design inspiration show, ribbon weaving. When you see what Irene does with this, you want it for your friends, you want it for your family, you want it for your children, you want it for your mum, you want it for your cousins, you want it for everybody, then you want it to sell.
Yeah.
There is no boundaries, I feel, with this. This is going to cover every age range, male and female. It's brilliant. It's $29.95 for all of this. Now, even if you look at this, just the wire, the hair combs and the hair bands and the gems, and if you don't know, for example, if you've never watched Irene before and you don't know what to do with a ribbon, just if you excluded them, I really genuinely feel $29.95 is a great price for just this alone.
I mean,
whether you decide to do the ribbon weaving or not, you will, but you haven't seen it yet, so I appreciate you might be thinking, oh, I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. So even if you didn't, with the ribbon, there's lots of ways you can use it. You can just have it freestanding, so you don't have to weave with it, you don't have to braid with it. But one thing that you want to know is that it's really high, good quality ribbon. You know, it's what we call ASO tested, so that means the colour release on there. I can judge for that because I use that personally for my company. Right. And the clarity of that colour is what it is that it's a consistent colour all the way through. You don't have the you don't get any puckers in it, you don't get any fade parts, you don't get any unweaved nice parts. With every strand of reel of ribbon you buy, you will get some sort of join. Cheaper ribbon, you will get an odour and a smell from it, and you will get knots in there. With this ribbon, you tell straight away, I researched for over 8 months for my ribbon that I wanted to use to create these designs that I'm showing you today. And I'm really, you know, it's a privilege for me to be able to show you the techniques and use a good ribbon. And you did specifically ask for this type of ribbon, didn't you?
Yeah, I recommended to use this one because I absolutely love it. And I don't like making any jewellery unless I really believe in it. But with this ribbon, it's a colour that you can use for a lot. So if you're making a garment in a white, you know, for weddings or christenings, for, you know, children to wear, you want something that isn't, I'm allergic to colour dye. So the dye release of it is really important, that you've got a good garment to wear. You don't want to make 3 or 4 different colour braids together and find that you're wearing a white top and all the colour runs onto your garment when you're caught out in the rain.
Absolutely not.
So
or on your neck even.
Yeah, so it's a really good standard. The company's been in this country for over 50 years now that supply this, so you're still buying British as well. And it's just a great product. But not just the ribbon in this kit, the headbands that you're using and the the hair combs, the quality of them are really good. I've used some before and they've been tinny, they've been fine. These headbands are beautiful. And you know, the combs are great because they take good structure. So if you're putting them into the hair with a nice strong head of hair, you don't want a comb that's just going to snip in half.
No. And
these don't do that. They're really good. So I just think it's a fantastic kit. I love it. Really love it.
We all love it. If there's anything you want to know a little bit more about as to what's in it, just drop us a wee message. But this, for $29.95, I would more than happily pay more than $29.95 for one piece of what Irene's made. And I'm sure you'll be in 100% agreement with me there. How long rough? Oh, I'll let you see it first. I'll let you have a look at it, and then I'll let you try and guess. You're going to love this. I cannot wait to see your messages regarding this. You're going to be over the head over heels with this. You've separated it so you've got a section of just the maroon, or just the sort of berry colour, and the gold, and then you've mixed them together to give you a lovely feel of both. I'll let you talk through it on how you feel.
Okay, well, basically, the idea that I found as a jewellery designer was that I wanted to bring colour and versatility, and it's a weave that I came up with after a lot of research. The ribbon that I use, that we're using now, is a 3mm ribbon, and it's a double satin ribbon. There are ribbons out there, and when we do this braid, it's very similar to, you could say, oh, is that Kamahimo? Because it's the first thing people say. So you think, well, it looks like Kamahimo, but this technique is done with a flat ribbon, so what happens there, it gives you stretch. So it's stretchy, it's flexible, and it's unique. People now are starting to say, oh, is that a Kalanasha? And that's because the technique is the way that you weave the ribbon. So the weave that I've done is it's a flat ribbon braid, okay, so it's a weave. You may be able to use your hemo boards, people have asked me that. You may be able to do things like your macrame with it, but the thing is, because it's a flat weave, what happens is it's the way that you weave it and the way that it's put together to make it a little bit bespoke. So that gives you the flexibility, the stretchy, the lightness of it, and
the big impact at the same time.
Yeah, but when you wear it, you think it could be a sturdy, heavy piece, but it isn't. It's really soft and light.
The piece you're wearing, when I first saw it, I thought, oh my gosh, that's a beautiful piece, but I thought, I wear quite light things, quite small things, and layer them up. But when I felt it, and for example, your watch, it's wait till you see this watch. Obviously, I'm in love with everything here, but the watch fascinated me, and it's probably one of the easiest ways to kind of show the stretch on it. This is unlike anything I've seen. It's soft, so it's not like a stretchy hairband, but it's got that. It's amazing. It's
got the versatility. And the thing is,
and it doesn't fall, because obviously you said you've had this watch for a while. It doesn't lose that stretch. It doesn't lose that shape. It's not like you wear it as a watch for a wee while and then it sort of starts to stretch and it doesn't work anymore.
You know, I've got a great believer in refreshing your jewellery all the time. So if you've got some lovely gemstones or so small in your soup stash, then there's lots of techniques that I'm bringing to you with a 3 weave, a 4 weave, a square weave, a round weave, and then obviously we'll go on to things like this. So I was talking about doing some workshops with you, so you know this is probably something we'll do.
It's amazing.
But what you've got to remember is that when we do these designs, I want you to use it as a new type of probably chain that you can use. And you know, you can sew onto it, you can weave it, you can coil it. We did the little owl that I did with coiling and weaving, so I can show you a little bit of that in a minute. But if we just get back to the kits, when I spoke to Jenny last time, we did show you the 3 weave, and on that one, Jenny was saying about using a hair clip. So I said, I'll have a go and see what we can do for next time, which is what I've done. And we tried it in your hair, didn't we, Anna?
Absolutely, it's gorgeous. Should we put it? Do you want to put it in?
We can do if you want to. But what we can do it in the break.
We'll do it in the break.
And then
so all
we do
see,
really.
We took some pictures and we'll put it on Facebook, so you'll see. We didn't just do it for ourselves.
Well, I would have put it in my hair, but I would say that I really haven't got much of it. But you know,
it's just a different style.
Yeah, well, I probably could do, say, one comb and then attach it into the side just here, and that probably would look quite nice. But we spoke about this and about the versatility of the product, really. And this here is literally a long strand of a 3 weave. I sewed it into a loop.
Like this here.
Yeah, that's
a long strand of this.
Yeah, so onto the chain one, and literally what I did then was I sewed it together here. Okay, so it would have been a big loop. Okay, and let me just explain to how many. I would say that you would have 3 strands of 2 meters each.
Right.
Now on a reel, you are getting 10 meters.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what 3, 6, 9. You could probably make about 3 of these.
Okay.
Something like that. Okay. And then all I did there was I sewed it together here, and then what I did, it was 1 loop. But before I sewed it together, I literally looped it at the bottom. So let me just turn it around here. So I found, I might be able to do it here actually. Let's just get this, a smaller version. But what I did was I took a strand, okay, I folded it in half to get the halfway point, yeah. And then what I did then was I literally just did like an overhang loop, like that. And I did 3 of those till I got to the bottom, okay. So if I come back to this piece here, you can see it. There's 1. So it's actually there, look, see, 1, 2, 3, and then I just sewed the ends together and looped it so it matched. And then here, all I had to do then was I got a needle and thread, and I just sewn into it, because you can sew in here and out of here. I sewed into there, and I overstitch round, come back up, overstitch, and that's all I did, was I balanced the actual braid out, and I just sewed them, attached them to the comb. And then you can make one that you will hold, and it's stretchy, the versatility of it, bring it round, because that's the difference with the hemo, is usually with a cord, so it's more sturdier.
Yeah.
So you could try it with with the cord, but you probably wouldn't get the flexibility that we've got here for that one.
And when you're putting it in here, you need that bit of flexibility within it, because within your hair you have to comb it in, where if it doesn't move, you're kind of you're a bit restricted, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we put it in your hair and we had to sort of really get it out because it stayed in well, didn't we?
So it wasn't coming out. I wouldn't have taken it out if I already had my makeup on, but I didn't have any makeup on, so I thought I need to sort this face out, didn't I?
Yeah. Bless you. It's a lovely face.
Now that I've got makeup on it.
No, it's still lovely. So this one here, what we did on this one was we did a 3-weave, which I can show you, and I'm going to show you how to quickly do this today.
Amazing.
We used our, I'm going to say it,
Wags.
yeah, wax comb, because I keep calling it, you know, like the
Wigs comb.
Yeah, so I'll do it backwards, so I do apologise. And then obviously we use some garnet, and I just use my looping pliers here and did some nice little looping, a bit of coiling either side, and then just with my 0.4 I overlapped around each coil, added on a gemstone and moved on. So that's just one idea that you can do. So that's great to use the stash that we've got in this kit.
Yes, because you get those garnet.
Yeah, and then
on to the next.
yeah. And then if we move on to this one, this is a 4-strand necklace, okay, and it's the same technique as a 3, but you're going to be using 4 strands. So I've used 2 of the, I would call it a burgundy, and then it was 2 of the mustard. I think.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So that's where you can then add any sort of gemstone on, and it's really stretchy and pulley. So you can see why people at the beginning think it's come a hemo, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So if you know, the kit really complements itself. Now, out of that one, you're going to use about 3 meters per strand. So that will be 12. Meters, and on a reel you get 10, so you will make a necklace out of that and a bracelet out of the 2 reels.
So we get 30 on one reel. So you get 60 meters in total. Yeah, it's the it's the wire you get 10 meters of.
That's fantastic. You can
so
make 10.
So we've got 13 each reel, so you get 60 meters. So you've made all of this from one kit anyway.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah.
So you get 13 each reel.
Yeah. And well, the thing is here, so yeah, that would make 10 necklaces, because the thing is I have to buy it in wholesale, so you can't get this ribbon unless you're only buying the meter in the shop. So that's why it's great that we've been able to get, because you as a company wouldn't have been able to get that either.
No.
If you tried to buy it off a shop store, you would have to buy it from the wholesaler trade, which is why it worked well for yourselves. Yeah, so that's why.
We've got some messages for you.
Oh, okay.
Eunice, I have bought from Irene before, and I've made beautiful brooches and bracelets for gifts. I'm so pleased to see you on my favourite show, JewelleryMaker. Love to all.
Oh, thank you very much. That's good. I've got some great followers, and we call her we're called Calanashers. Once you've made a bracelet,
you can call yourself Calanasher.
Calanasher, yeah. Calanash came from my children, Kelly and Ashley. So that's why we call it a Calanash technique. So
I want to have a Calanash bracelet. I want to be a Calanasher. Maureen, whoa, nice designs, Irene. Be careful, or Ali likes knitting. I do.
Yeah,
I tried the finger knitting. I tried the finger knitting the other day. Literally, I knitted a whole thing. It was the same height as me, the same length as me.
Oh wow!
Tried finger knitting with t-shirt yarn. It's loads of
Brilliant!
fun.
I've got a lovely knitted purse pattern. I must give it to you.
Oh yes. I can't knit, but it was finger knitting I learned.
Oh wow! I've never finger knitted.
Neither did I. Gemma taught me the other day. It was really good fun. Leanne's messaging and Devon, whoa, Irene, your designs are beautiful.
Oh, thank you very much.
Another one coming through. Hi ladies, Irene, I'm blown away by your designs, and I'm on the phone waiting to buy the kit from Jazz.
Brilliant. Oh well, keep watching Jan and we'll show you at Jazz. We'll keep showing you more. So the next one that you can see now, so we've done a 3-weave, we've done a 4-weave, and this one here now is what we call a round, which I call this the round foundation weave. Okay, so on this one now we've got the round and the square foundation. So it's a different, it's all to do with clockwise and anti-clockwise, really, a little bit like you come a hemo. So, but you don't need tools, all you need is your hands.
Okay,
and that's it, really. Yeah.
And that bracelet,
and that's
is a mixture of the round and the square as well, right?
Yeah, and I name all mine. So this one's what I call the Sienna bracelet. That's where it goes square to round to square. So I name all of them. This one's called Loopy Loo, because obviously we keep going. I was a bit loopy when I came up with the ideas, you see. So that was my first one, Loopy Loo. And then, I know, I'm a bit mad.
I love it.
Do you?
I love it.
Imagine putting us in the same room too long, it'd be dangerous.
4 hours, we've not even got through one, and they're already thinking,
oh dear. And then this one, I actually really enjoyed it, because I've got some necklaces that have a large bead, but because we didn't have a bead large enough for what I wanted, I thought, okay, what do? We compromise, we make our own.
Yeah.
So this was really good fun, and literally all I did was I took this on the bottom end of my
Wags Wycombe.
Thank you. I don't know why I can't say that word.
I was the same. You try and say the second word first.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
right.
thinking of the Wycombe bit, and you're trying to say it first. The wag.
Yeah, I'll call it
Wags
Mrs.
Wycombe.
Cone.
Mrs.
Cone. So basically, all I did was the base of it, and I just keep wrapping and wrapping around until I felt I quite liked it. And then I just got my chain nose pliers and just squashed it a little bit, like twisted it backwards and forwards in areas, because that strengthens it then. So I'm hardening and then all we did then was, before I put the end clasp on, I just threaded them onto my braid, and that was it.
Amazing. Now, if you're falling in love with this, and as we haven't yet demonstrated how to do it, I'm going to quickly show you 2 ideas of what you can do without using any ribbon at all, and you can just enjoy the gemstones. This is giving you a gorgeous hairband idea.
You know, that is it's easy, but I think it's really effective, because the gemstones, they just speak for themselves, don't they? Citrine, is it?
Citrine, that's the one.
Yeah, and when I seen the
Coming from the French word citron for lemon.
Oh,
so you are right in citron.
Oh, there you go. Oh, maybe don't ask me to speak French. We've tried German.
Yeah, we failed miserably, didn't we? But your citron, your lemon, your citrine. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah. And all I did really was use 2 of the headbands. Like I say, the structure of that is great to work with, because it's a nice, flat, sturdy headband. And just a top tip for you really, when you do put headbands for any design, I've used a large elastic here. But if you get some of those little small clear elastics that you can get sort of in the pound shops, if you put that on the bottom first and keep bending it round, and then what I did to give structure on each of the headbands, I wire wrapped first, then I wire wrapped and added the gemstones as you go. 1, it gives structure, 2, it gives it a little bit of look, but with the elastic band at the bottom, keep it on, because as an hairdresser, what I used to always find was when people had headbands,
couldn't have attached anything to attach it with.
Yeah, you couldn't secure it well. And also, if you have got a sharp end, which you won't have with this, it always protects that point that goes into the head, so it makes it softer for the client when they're wearing them. Yeah,
I love it. I'll quickly show you this one, but we're going to get started making, because otherwise we won't have time, and that'll be the worst thing ever if we don't get to do anything.
Oh no, we must.
So I'll show you this, which again is beautiful, using the drops of the garnets with some chain.
And you can wear that, it's probably not so much complimentary there, but you can wear it sideways or as a backdrop, so the 2 side chains fall at the back of the hair, and then the comb would sit in flat. Say, you know, if you had a nice beehive at the back of your hair, and then you wanted a feature or a plait at the back of the hair, and then you put that in.
Not a nice behind fill, a nice oh my gosh. What happens when you have gents in the gallery? Like, a nice behind. It sounded like it was going to go there.
Yeah, it's terrible when you're doing somebody's hair and you go, I love the back of your hair. It's as if, you know, many people say that. So
what's wrong with the front?
Yeah, that's the trouble, isn't it? So yeah. Okay, so we're going to have a go at this one here. Okay, now I've incorporated some wire work and some beautiful gemstones, but you can put anything onto this. You can do, I showed earlier a labradorite one that I had, that I made for my daughter, and any sort of gemstone. Once you've got these 2 side connections, always think about making the braid to complement any beads or pearls. They look great with pearls. So we're going to have a go at that one. So we need, at the kit, we need our 0.8 gauge wire. Okay, I'm using some multi-looping pliers, and then all I'm going to do first is I'm going to make this section here for you to have a look at. So what we need to do first is we need to make a spiral at the beginning, and we're going to use it off our reel, because what we don't want to do is we don't want to waste any of our wire. Don't like wastage.
No, not if it can be prevented, eh?
No, and crafters never do that, do they? So first of all, let's just smooth out the wire, and I'm just going to come to the tips of my looping pliers and just make 1 loop to start with. Then I'm going to use my flat pliers, and literally I have to laugh. I've always got glue everywhere because I use glue, and you should have a day where you clean all your tools, shouldn't you, and oil them, and you know.
Yeah, but when do we ever have a day where we're not making stuff to do that?
Do you know, it's one of those, isn't it? But
same with your makeup brushes, you're supposed to wash them all the time and clean them up. When do we ever have a day where we're not going to use them, where we don't?
oh, and your hairbrush.
Yeah, for like 3 days.
Yeah. My mother-in-law used to go bonkers at me. She's watching now and she'd probably be going, yes I did. She used to always, because she helped me with my hairdresser shop when I had one years ago, and she was always cleaning the brushes out. I used to hide my hairbrush from her. So she's going to tell me off. Okay. Right, so use any width real coil that you want to make, obviously for the size of the gemstone. So so what I found is I think it will be probably this one. We'll use this, which is the largest one on my multi-looping, and what I do then is I place it through the centerpiece and I literally are going to coil one full turn. Okay, yeah, and I've just lifted that over, then that makes one. If I pull it out that way, you'll see where I'm coming from.
Yep.
Okay, then I want to do another one, so I'm going to come on the top of it this time. So I'm going to turn my pliers around, my multi-loopers, and I'm just going to bring it round again. But you can make as many of these as you like. You know, I don't like doing difficult. I think it's great where, you know, as a teacher, what we want to do, that needs to be hard. And so I think what we need to do is show people not to be scared of wire and mixing all these different mediums together, because it's really important, isn't it? That we all share these things and not be scared of any products that we use.
I absolutely agree. I remember when it was Mark Smith was scared of cabochon wrapping, and he did one as one of our guest designers. The first time he ever did it was on was it a late show we had it? It was a challenge in the design show.
Yeah.
And Claire we did that with. And they wrapped their cabochon for the first time ever on the show, and they were like, actually, now I've done one, totally love it now.
Oh, that's
but it's just after you do one, try one, and it's the same with regular guest designers and yourself, things that they haven't tried before. Everybody's new to something at some point.
And the thing is, you know, usually when you're scared of something, when you do have a go at it, you actually quite like it, tend to do it more of.
Yeah. Maybe than something you already do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I've only done 4 here, okay? And then all we need to do is just need to finish it off. So you can't obviously do a coil without snipping it off. So all we need to do really is just take some flush cutters, think about the distance that may be appropriate. I'm just doing probably 1.5, maybe just over 1 inch there. Okay, now our wire is really soft, but it's great to work with. So what you can do is, if you're not going to wrap it of some sort, what you can do is slightly pinch it a few times with some nylon pliers, and that tends to toughen it up a bit.
Yeah, work hard on it.
Yeah, and it won't mark it, will it? So
no. We had some of those on yesterday. If you managed to get them, I don't know if have we got any nylon pliers today, Phil? Oh, I know we've got some pliers, but I don't know if the nylon ones. No, not today. They were yesterday. Sorry.
But this also looks lovely, you know, if you use a little bit of hammering as well on your hammer blocks. I mean, I do quite like to do that. You know that lovely hammer? I've got it. We had a lovely hammer on that had all the shapes.
Texturing hammer.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah, yeah. So I don't always say it with the names, because when you've worked in a different place, they use different terminology sometimes for the naming of it. So it's try not to confuse people. But texture hammers, I love them.
Yeah, I think we just called it simply a texturing hammer. I don't think we gave it.
I think it is. And you know, a lot of my training was done when I used to go over to America with the last company. So they do have different terminology for some of the tools as well.
Yeah, of course.
So you know, so what we're going to do now is I've just sort of slightly shaped that. Okay. What you could do is you could keep adding shapes together and keep coiling them, and you know, keep adding them together, or you could shape things like that. And you know, so there's lots of ways you can keep adding on the centerpiece and make it bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm only doing a basic one. So now we've got our shape, what you need to do then is we need to make all the coil connections for it. So the easiest way for us to do that as well is we're going to use the same gauge wire, smooth it out. We're going to use our Wigs comb, is that right? Wag comb. I keep thinking
footballers' wives' comb.
Yeah.
Wives and girlfriends of footballers'
I can't believe
comb.
I'm terrible with names. I do apologise.
No, I know why though, because you're thinking of the full word and the second half of the word's Y cone, you're getting WI. I do that.
And it's I mean, we do have some funny names like a wig jig, and you know, why can't you just call it
a cone?
Yeah. Makes life easy. Okay, so this can
it's
be
not
as
as
long
fun for everyone in there apparently, so that's why.
Oh, is it?
You're pleased it's got wags because it's more fun for them.
It's just putting us under pressure, isn't it?
Always.
Yeah. So there we go. I'm just going to snip that off, okay? And then what we can do then is we're just going to snip off. I mean, there are other ways you can take these out, but I tend to just snip it because I'm a bit impatient by pulling it through. I know. I like sort of interesting, but not very. I love beadwork, you know, really fine beadwork, but it's hours and hours, and it's absolutely stunning. But whew,
patience is a virtue.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Talking of patience, Phil's not very patient. He wants me to bring some ribbon.
Yeah.
He's like, can we do pink ribbon?
Yeah, go on then. Right.
Can we bring you some pink ribbon before Phil gets upset?
Okay.
He's like, yes, let's do it.
Fantastic pink, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. Could you work it with the red or the sort of berry colour or the mustard colour from this kit? Do you think that would work?
Oh, I'd love that with that, yeah.
Yeah?
Wouldn't that be gorgeous?
Phil has also sort of popped in some ribbon ends too. These ribbon ends, you get 2 of each size. 1 of each size has got the pattern and 1 is plain. So I'll turn them there for you. Feels a bit like the sound of wind chimes.
See, these are fantastic. I did a project with you a couple of weeks ago, and what I did was I put 2 of the large ones back to back together, and it made a box.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then I bent over the triangle sections so it made one connection. And then if you thought about doing your braids that we're doing now, our 3-weave, you could use a jump ring that you insert at the top to connect the centrepiece, but then have lots and lots of strands of the different ribbon coming from it, yeah. As a centre drop piece would look beautiful.
That sounds gorgeous. I'll quickly read through your sizes, but this is being allocated very quickly. Just to remind you, you get 30 metres of the 3mm gauge ribbon, which is double-faced satin. So for anyone who's just tuned in and who missed the start, double-faced satin, the easiest way to explain that is just simply that on both sides you've got that satin as opposed to one being more matte.
Yeah, and it's made of silk and it's got beautiful shine to it. It's fantastic quality.
Well, there you go. And the colour you were mentioning, for anyone who's just tuned in, is one of the best qualities colour-wise you've had the chance to work with, and you actually recommended this to us as the, I mean, this company is a British company, been running 50 years, so they know what they're talking about with the ribbon.
Yeah, it's based in Britain. I think it's actually it's been sold to a foreign country, if I remember rightly now from the last info I remembered. But basically, it's over 50 years. They've been here in the UK. They're well established, and for you to get it in this quantity is an absolute bonus, because usually you have to buy it wholesale. But it is ASO tested, which means that the dye release is great for you to wear when you're multicolouring and wrapping all your ribbons on clothing.
You don't need to worry if you're wearing a white blouse, for example. Your new white blouse you've decided to wear for an interview, and you wear your lovely necklace, and it's not going to be halfway through the interview when you come out and you think, oh my gosh, I've been a little bit hot in there because I've got my interview and I've maybe been perspiring a little bit, and oh my gosh, I'm bright, my top is dyed pink. So although it'd be quite nice pink, that's not what you want. So £12.95. Phil has bundled this together, so you get your 6 clasps. They graduate in size from, let me just try and get this right. Where's the smallest one? 25 by 8mm to 30 by 12mm to 35 by 13mm for the ribbon end. So that's your graduation there. They all have a 5 by 3mm oval link chain, and they all have an S hook, which is the same size at 21 by 10mm for them all. They're all rose gold colour, actually rose gold plated, forgive me, on top of copper. So they're copper based, rose gold plated, which means it has to be 0.5 microns of thickness to be classed as plated, which therefore gives you a thicker gauge on your plating, so therefore it's going to be more durable than it would be if it was just as flash. Nothing wrong with flashing, but it just means you've got a better quality of thickness and quality of finish with your actual gold plating that you've got here. And you've got yourself that lovely pattern on 3, and then 3 you have plain as well.
Do you know that the pattern that's on there, do you know what's really nice about that pattern?
What?
Is if you didn't want to use it as that, you could use it as one of the large ones you could use as a tool. You could open it out and keep it flat, and then, you know, if you're a PMC maker or a polymer clay maker, you can use it as a stamp to impress, and you get that texture on it, and it comes up beautiful, because
It's really pretty.
that, isn't it lovely?
I think it's quite oriental.
Yeah. And don't forget, you can use, you can use your enamel on that and your tarnish, and that would look lovely on there as well.
Really,
yeah, sort of do it steampunky old look, but they're stunning as they are, because you've got the plain and the textured ones.
Absolutely, and it means if you did do that, you could use the length of chain and the S-clasp somewhere else. The Ribbon company is local to me and can confirm it's a great company and top quality product from Polly in Cheshire.
Oh, thank you.
Fabio, thank you for that. Lovely to hear from you. Tina, Nottinghamshire. Hey ladies, I just got a book from the USA. It has the box weave in it, so your technique has gone worldwide. Yay! That's amazing.
That's good.
Did you know that?
Well, it's a technique that's actually out there. It originated many years ago, where the artillery, what they used to do is use a lanyard on their straps of their arm, like they do with the macrame.
Yes.
And they're all the knotting ones, or the fishermen use them. And what you do with it is, you can use it with lots of cording, but what they used to do, the artillery used to use it to take it off the arm strap. They used to put it round the guns, and when they used to fire the guns, the backlash of the gun didn't hurt so much on the arms.
Because of the stretch to it?
Because of the help of it, But they didn't do it with Kalanash ribbon. They did it with, a cord that was a bit strong, like Macho Man.
Bad cord going on there. Love that.
Up the artillery. Woo!
Can I pop this down, Phil? Fabulous.
They're fantastic, aren't they?
I have to hold it like that all show, and then I get to keep it. Yesterday, I tried on a strand of pearls, and Phil said to me, I just put them up and then I let them go, so they weren't being held on with anything.
Yeah.
So if you did tune in at the end of yesterday and think, why on earth are you standing like that, sort of lean back? Phil said if I could keep them balanced like that for the entire show, I could keep them.
Really?
So I was walking about like this all show, and they would slip down. I was trying to flip them back. So if you tuned in yesterday afternoon, Gazina came up to me and said, what on earth were you doing? I was trying to keep the pearls. I didn't get to keep the pearls, in all fairness, but I did prove Phil wrong, so that made me happy.
Oh, bless. Oh.
So yes, so that's what he said. If I manage to balance them on my hand all day, I get to keep them all.
Oh, you should have hooked them onto your ring or something.
Yeah.
I'll give you a bit of nylon. You wouldn't have noticed the nylon thread. So yeah, basically all we're doing here then. So if I quickly go through this, because I want to show you how to braid.
Yeah.
So basically all I've done with this is wire wrapped it round and connected it. Yeah. Just a few loops, which most people know how to wire wrap anyway. And once you've done that and you've secured it, all you need to do is snip it off. Okay, and then you're done. And then what you would do then is, with the end caps that we've made, we would add one here. We'd add a little bit of E6000 glue and put the braid in. So, shall we have a go at doing a braid? So here we go. So, I've put that there, and I can finish that off in a bit if we need to, but what I'd like to do is show you how to make a braid. So we have done this before, the 3 weave, and then what I can do is quickly show you how to do a 4 weave as well if you want to. And also we've showed, so if you go on sort of YouTube and put Irene JewelleryMaker in, you'll see that we've done the 3 weave, and I've done a nice flat braid that I encased the necklace that I've got on now, so we can talk about that in a minute.
Right.
But basically what we want to do then is we're going to hold the knot in the middle finger and the thumb. Okay, so I'm just going to come here because I think that looks better. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put one strand to the back of the hand. We're going to bring one to 12 o'clock, one to 4 o'clock, and one to 8 o'clock. Yeah, you can have a go.
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay,
oh,
don't stop
yeah.
for me though, I'll just catch up.
Brilliant. So what we're going to do then is we're going to take 12 o'clock, make a large loop, but you're going to smooth it out, because if you don't smooth it and you twist it, then you won't get the right look for the ribbon braiding. So it's all about smoothing the ribbon. So we're going to take the 12 o'clock over the 4 o'clock ribbon, okay? Then we're going to take the 4 o'clock over the 8 o'clock. And then come to the back of the hand, because then that way you never come here, because the ribbons won't connect properly and that twist it won't look right. So come to the back of the hand, loop it over my finger and bring it all the way through, okay? Now I've looped the first one. Now all I've got to do there is pull it. Now I've looped the first one, but you don't have to loop all the other ones, because you can just chuck them over each other if you wanted to, or rather place them over each other. I know, it's just terrible, because some ladies go, I've just chucked it over there when they're learning, which is quite funny, but then they go, I can do it. So it's brilliant. So, right, 12 o'clock over 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock over 8 o'clock, okay? But when I say chuck it, I mean just, you can throw it over if you want to, okay? Come to the back of the hand, I always do the loop, because if you don't, you can't get right to the end of the strand. So if you were making a necklace, you're going to struggle to get to the end of the ribbon to place the end of the ribbon in. So if you learn to loop it over your finger, okay, bring it up and then thread it from 12 o'clock, exiting out of 1 o'clock, and pull it down, okay, and then pull them the way they want to go. So this one wants to go that one wants to go that way, that wants to go that way. And what I'm looking for with a 3 strand is I'm actually looking at that it's going to look like a triangle in the centerpiece there. Okay, so I'll do one more. So a large loop, 12 over 4, 4 over 8, 8 over and through, 12 o'clock, exiting out of 1 o'clock, and then I pull this down. And as I pull them down, they're going to the way they want to go. Okay. Now I'm not turning them back to a 12 o'clock position, because whatever ribbon falls at the 12 o'clock point is the one that I can class as 12 o'clock. Okay. So 12 over 4, 4 over 8, come to the back, loop it up, thread it through and bring it down, bring the ribbons down to where they want to go. Do we get there?
I've got my ribbons.
Right, okay.
It took me ages to find some scissors.
Oh, I know, because I put mine underneath, sorry.
That's okay.
All right, so you can have a go?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to place, have you knotted the ends?
No.
All right, so just
No,
do
no,
a
no,
small
no.
knot at the end.
Sorry.
I'm going to keep going so
Yeah,
people
you
can
keep going,
watch.
don't wait for me.
Okay, okay, the other question is, how long would it take me to make a bracelet maybe, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, a bracelet, you're looking at probably a metre per strand. That will make you a size 7 to stretch it up to about a 9 inch bracelet. So for a 7 to a 9 inch bracelet, it would be about a metre per strand, okay? If you were making a necklace, it's about 3 metres per strand.
Okay.
Yeah. If you wanted to make segments of necklaces and put pear drops or something in the middle, yeah. So what you could do is you could cut, you could make a long braid, for instance, and then what we could do is we could cut them all into small sections. And then what
So can you cut them like Viking knit? When you cut it, does it come apart or does it
yeah,
stay
it
together?
will slightly, it will, in fact, let's just do it here, because that's what I need to do. It's brilliant, I love it. I love it when I see people because they panic, but don't. I would say use scissors, but for some reason my scissors are in the wrong bag, so I won't get them right now, but you can use anything sharp. So I'm going to find the centerpiece here, all right, and all I need to do, hold it, and with these scissors, what you're going to do is you're going to snip it, okay. I've got 2 pairs of scissors, but we left them in the bag over there, so I will bring them back in a minute.
Oh no, you're fine, I've got a pair of scissors over there.
We're fine, it's only a ribbon. There you go. All right. Now that will stay there quite easy until you put the end cap on. So I'm going to show you how to do that, because obviously we haven't done that anyway. So we'll just take one of the connections that we've got. We've made this one. Think about the sharpness of this, so I'll show you how to tidy that up in a minute. So we've made a nice connection. We're going to add a small drop, you don't need a lot, and this is, we do sell this on the website, that's our E6000. Okay.
Yep, and we've done a multitude of bundles last week, so if you don't have that, where were you?
Right, because that is
We did about 3 a day.
I love it. Do you know what's really good about this is that there are a few different ones I use, but the beauty about this one is that if you do overspill, okay, once you put the braid on, obviously what you can do is just wipe it slightly with a wet wipe. But if you're making anything and then you think, oh, I forgot to clean it up afterwards, you peel it off.
A bit like PVA glue.
You know, like if you put, do you remember we used to put it, I mean, I don't know about you, when I was at school, I used to put it on my hands on purpose just to peel it off. It comes off like that. Very educated at school.
I do that with what is it called, wax. Stick my finger in it just so I can peel it off.
So probably we're not normal.
Don't advise to do that.
No,
it's not a good thing. Don't do that.
Always be supervised by an adult.
Yeah,
which, as you can see, we haven't got any
don't
here
do
at the
that.
moment.
Yeah, clearly.
Okay, so poker tool, or I'm going to just use my chain nose there. All we need is just something to pop the ends in. Okay, one thing I did want to say to you as well is, let me just show you how to finish this off, and then I'll just tell you if you make a mistake while you're weaving, how to correct it. Okay, now that's all we have to do is to put the end in like that, and because you've got your point pit here, and you can do this with Kumahimo or any sort of macrame or anything, just get the end and tuck that in, because then that way it's not sharp or anything. Okay, and that's all you need to do to connect it, and that's that one done. and then you would make 2 alike, and that's all you need to do. Okay, so that's that one done. And then obviously that really there would be, you know, big enough for a bracelet. So that would be there. Okay, you can make a few of those, plait them together, and that's where those lovely end caps that you've just had, those lovely connections, because they're nice and wide and thick, then you've got 3 bracelets that sit lovely into that, those ones that we've just done. See? However, right, so I'm on a roll now. So what happens if we make a mistake? So I've done a beautiful braid all the way here. I get to the other end that's knotted and I find there's a problem, that my weave is weak, or I've twisted the ribbons.
Or you were talking to someone, making chocolate cake at the same time, tasting it, and then you missed a bit.
Chocolate cake. See, this could be caramel, couldn't it? Oh, lovely. Right, anyway, so all you need to do is undo your knot and turn it over and just unpick when you're ready. And then you can go back to weave, and that's as simple as it is.
I love it.
Yeah, and when you put it down, I had a lady, I did a workshop last week, and one of the ladies phoned me up and she said, I know you did tell us, but I forgot, could you tell me what happens when you've got 3 of the same colour? And I'll put it down, where do I start again? Where's my 12 o'clock? And I said, it's okay, because with a round technique, you can just pick it up and just start off. Any one of those positions will be a 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Yep, so any one of those 3 is a
pretty
12 o'clock.
much, it's great to try as a starter.
It's great for all ages, definitely.
Love it. And you don't really need much. If you want adult-wise, the adult can glue it, and you can give it back once you've done that bit. You don't need to worry about children playing with glue. They could, that's a bit, they could do the rest of it, and you could just do that at the end. Talking of the end, Phil wants me to bring you these.
Love them.
In love with them. It will go gorgeously with the kit, I agree. Can you use it with the kit? Allow you to incorporate ribbons or cords?
I mean, I've used some of the cord. I know this is a different colour, but if you think about that, if you did a fine weaving or plaiting or twisting with that cord, and then you wire wrapped it on here, that'd be great. Yeah, definitely. And then you could incorporate it, or I would use that definitely to sew on, and that I've used that actually to sew the Ollie the owl on the bag, on the tool bag. Yeah. That's it.
Look at this, Tom. Director Tom went, Ollie the owl?
Yeah.
How amazing is that?
And that is simply, the technique I've just showed you, his body is that. Okay, so basically all I've done is made a long strand. I can't remember how much is in the kit that I do that. I think it's probably about 2 meters per strand, and there's 4 strands. And what you do then is you coil it, but when you sew with this, and that's the beauty of it, when you coil, which means you keep going round and round and round like we did with our wire just. What you do then, you always sew in and out your braid. You don't go over, because you see the stitches.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but that one's coiled in and out. And then Ollie's ears are 2 separate sections, which is probably 1 meter of each for 4 strands in the square technique. Sewn in the middle, and then for his nose I've just used a little bit of spare ribbon, and then I sewed him some buttons on, and that's why. And he's a brooch, or I put these all over my bags. I'm terrible, I've got them everywhere.
I literally bought a little gift for my friend when I was away, actually, because my friend's daughter just turned 3 and she loves arts and crafts. It's Karen, actually, who used to be the producer here.
Oh, okay.
And her daughter absolutely loves arts and crafts. And for her birthday, what I get her is little things to... I'm not going to tell you what I got her for her birthday this year, because otherwise she hasn't got it yet. So, but she loves art and crafts and sticking things together. But the bag I got for her, I'll tell you this, because I'm hoping she won't be watching, has little owls on it, and that owl is massively popular all over at the moment. That style of owl, that style of ear, so uncanny. Literally this morning I picked up that bag, that gift bag that I'd bought to put her present in, and I was thinking that's exactly the same owl, or not exactly the same, it's that same sort of shape of the owl. And on Facebook there was what is it called? An owl with the abalone shape.
Oh, lovely. Well, it's similar to one of the necklaces that I'm bringing in the next kit. 2 of the lads, it's weird what people see, because my husband and this other, one of the guys here, said, is that an owl face?
Yeah,
and
that was producer Phil.
Yeah, and I went...
He's like, that was me!
Yeah, and I thought, do you know, my husband said that? Yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah, in the second kit you'll see that actually, made with hematite. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. So, are you going to have a go at the 3? Or?
I absolutely am. Phil just wants to bring you the sari threads because he's excited about the price point for you.
I love that.
Lovely colours, aren't they? What I love about particular particularly producer Phil, is that when you put bundles together, you can actually use them together.
Yes.
Because for me, the colours he's chosen, the silver, the pink and the purple, that all works as together. Of course you can use them separately, but I always love it when they work together too. It gives me more inspiration.
You know, the kits that we do, and I keep saying this, and I'm not just saying it, I mean it honestly, when you get a kit from you guys, when we get our kits to work with, you think, oh, I wonder if I'll be able to make something next time. I wonder if I'll be okay to do it. And when they come, it's as if you knew
all along
what was going to be made, because they all mix and match the colours. And like you say, you've done half the job for us, really, by putting all the colours together. They're beautiful.
Well
Really,
done,
really
Phil.
Nice. Well done again. I've said that again. He's going to get a big
He's
head
really
now.
excited. He's like, look, they're all selling out. That's because you did a great job, Phil.
They're lovely.
I think Phil deserves today some messages of, if you reckon he's doing a good job with your bundles, drop him a message. If you don't, then also send messages and we can see what we can do with them. Not abuse, Phil, just... He's like, yeah, send me abuse. Not that. I mean, send in anything constructive. If there's anything you want in particular that we could do, drop us a message. The only way we can improve and the only way we can do that is if you let us know. Obviously, be constructive. Attacking Phil is probably not going to work for him because he probably won't enjoy that.
Take it out on us, and you
exactly.
Don't want to do
He's
that.
only going to take it out in your braces, so I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything constructive or anything you want, do let us know, because otherwise, how can we find out for you? How can we sort it for you?
Indeed.
Right, we've got your price back on screen for the design inspiration. There are a few left, but not a lot, so do just try and grab it when you can. The code is ZKGC81 on this one. Give us a wee buzz when you want to. All the breakdown of it is on the web, but also as well on the phone lines. Contact centre can run through everything that you get in it as well. But I'm going to get Irene to finish off, because otherwise we won't get to finish your braid, and then that will make me sad.
Oh, so we've learnt the 3 weave.
Yep.
So if I quickly go over that, because you can have a look then, and then we'll just recap in case anybody's thinking, oh, I wanted to have another look.
Yes, please.
Okay, so we've got, we're holding it in the middle finger and the thumb.
Yep.
Okay, the reason why I say that is I tend to use my index finger as a holding, so when I pull in the ribbons, it helps me organise them.
Oh, I said yes, and I wasn't even doing it. I'm like, yeah. And you're looking at me like you're not even holding it right.
You know what? There's no right or wrong way in holding it, but if you can get the technique, then you'll know. It does grow quite quickly. So what we do now is we've got a 12 o'clock, a 3 o'clock, and a 8 o'clock position for the 3 weave. We're going to stroke the ribbon. We're going to smooth it out with the tips and our fingers, because then that way we know, hopefully we don't get no twist on it. So we're going to loop the 12 o'clock over the 4 o'clock. Okay, then we're going to take the 4 o'clock and we're just going to loop it over the back of our hand. Yeah, then I'm coming to the actual back of my hand, and I'm going to form just a little loop around my index finger, and I'm going to come 12 o'clock, exit out of 1 o'clock. Perfect, that's it. Yep, all done now. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pull the ribbons which way they want to go. So this one wants to go forward, and you can see where in a minute I'm going to use my index finger. This one wants to come down, down, up, and I'm going to hold that now because it's starting. And I hold my work really, really close here, and I literally hold it together like that. And then once I've held it together, what you should see is a lovely little plus sign here. But because it's the 3 weave, it'll be like a triangle. That's it, yeah. So that's it. Use your finger there and pop that onto there now. Pop your thumb onto there, yeah, into the centre bit. That's it. Yeah. Now do your next one. You have got it right, but your first one always tends to look a bit grumpy. So do another one. Yeah.
So is that supposed to be my 12 o'clock?
Yeah.
And that one that way, and that one that way.
That's it. So 12 over 4, 4 over 8, and 8 up and through down here. And then what I'm going to do is, while you're practicing that,
yeah, you do. Yeah, please do, because everyone will be home. We're going, right, Ali, come on, we want to see this. It's not about you, Defoy.
Okay, what we're going to do now then is we're going to take 4 strands. So now with the round weave, you can place them whatever way you want to, okay, but I'm going to place them just in, we have 2 colours here, so I want you to see the 2 colours. So I'm going to class this as, it's like the bird's eye view again of a clock face, we could say, and we're positioning them the same way, and it's all about preparation. So index and middle fingers and your Middle and your
middle
thumb and your index
index.
finger. Yeah, I knew there was one missing. So.
Sorry, I wasn't looking.
Yeah,
I was
don't
doing
worry.
I was doing
No.
my 12 o'clock.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to take 12 o'clock, a 4 o'clock, 12 now, a 3 and a 6 and a 9 o'clock. Okay, so 12, 3, 6 and 9, and that's looking from me. Okay, so bird's eye view, 12 o'clock is going to loop over my 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock is going to loop over my 6 o'clock. Okay, you have to get used to holding these. And then once again, that one's going to loop over the back of my hand, which is 6 o'clock, is going to be over my 9 o'clock. I come to the back of my hand and I pick it up and I take it through 12 o'clock and I exit out of 1 o'clock. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the ribbons the way they want to go. So this is the way they feel. Now if you look closely, what you can see, I'm just going to move my ribbon so you can see it, is that that will come as a plus sign. So it's a bit like a checkered, like a chessboard. I've got the burgundy, I've got the mustard, the burgundy and the mustard. Okay, now I'm going to use the one that's placed at 12 o'clock. That's going to be my 12 o'clock position again. That's going to be 3, 6 and 9. 12 over 3, 3 over 6, 6 over 9, come to the back of my hand, up, through 12 and exit out of 1 o'clock. Down, 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 down. Okay. I'm just going to do a few so you can have a look and concentrate.
Thank you. You'd love this, Phil. Yeah, I reckon you would. Got a message asking for a close-up on your necklace, Irene, if that's allowed.
Yeah, I can take it off and show you anyway if you want me to.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I reckon continue with that, and then, because Phil, just conscious of time to make sure we've...
Yeah.
Oh, Tom's already looking at it anyway.
Is it? Yeah. So why I'm doing this, because I don't mind doing both at the same time, what you can see is that I've used one of the lightweight, because one of the products I tend to use is lightweight products. Now if you see where my NDF shape is that I've got, is I've actually painted that, and we're bringing some NDF shapes to you soon.
Yay!
I've heard that, you know, that we're getting some in. I'm not sure what shapes they are, but I'm sure we can incorporate them.
I love
then
that
on the
you know that.
Yeah, well, you know, I heard a rumour.
I know everything last anyway,
Oh.
so...
And then what you can do is on the outside of that shape, the reason why I said that you're getting some shapes in, or if they're a big large gemstone, if you look at the let me see here, I'm trying to work with your camera, is if you look round here, oh, it's really hard, everything's reversed.
Back to front, yeah.
So if we go around here, this sort of blue that I've got, that was a shape that I showed you to do with 2 ribbons where it was a flat weave. And all that was a pleating movement, and what I did then was I used my E6000 and I glued around the outside of this shape, which you could use on a gemstone if you wanted to, or you could soutache a shape onto a bit of felting and do the same technique before you attached it to a necklace. And then what I did then was I sewed with that lovely beading cord that you were speaking about just.
Yep.
And I put some pearls and some sea beads, and then I used that as a base to sew with, and that's how I came up with all the pearls. So here what I did was I used a thread, a beading thread. I came out, added, I think this is probably a 4mm, then a sea bead, over the sea bead, back through the pearl and back again, and then I keep moving down to a larger size and etc., and did some drops on it there. And that's roughly how I did it. And then the inside piece here is what I'm showing you now, but I coiled it in and stitched it, and then I glued on the inside and based it in there to dry. And then I just made another chain to match in the same technique.
I love it.
Yeah.
Phil's very excited. He said, I had quite a lot of messages regarding your watch.
Oh yeah.
From Tink, one of our regulars. Lovely to hear from you, Tink.
Yeah.
What weave is your watch, and can we have a DI on it sometime, please? Love it.
Yeah, well, I was thinking of that actually, to bring it, or probably a workshop, I think
Yep.
would be nice, because you know, I keep saying I'm going to do a workshop for people, so I'm quite happy with that. And it'll be great for you to choose your probably an old watch that the strap has broke, or and I can show you lots
a watch face that you like.
Yeah, and if you probably bring that to a workshop, if people are interested, so if you could Facebook and see if that's what you'd like, and I'll do a technique and show everybody how to do that then, because this one, the watch is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 strands, and I've done a project that has 6 strands, but it's very similar to the Kumahimo, which is a flat board, you know, like
square board.
Yeah, and it's very similar to that weave, which is all to do with some pins and that as well. So I definitely will show you that. That's really not a problem.
Love it.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we need to know on this weave as opposed to continuing doing it? You can finish it off possibly in the same way as the other one?
Yeah, well this is your 3 round weave, okay?
Yep.
So you will finish it off by, obviously you've knotted the beginning and then we weave, but when it comes to the end, what you would do is take the opposite sides and then just knot them together, and then that would then just knot it like that, pleat it over just to secure the ribbons, and then just snip off the ends and you'll have two sections, and that will be it. Okay,
Absolutely.
so literally, because you'll
Love
have a
it.
little bit there, but then if you wanted to do the square weave, all you've got to do really, Ali, is...
Oh, sorry, could you know what? It's because I'm
Yeah.
concentrating on this one.
No,
I thought
you're
because you had
fine.
3, 4, you were doing a square weave. Forgive me.
Yeah, that's the round weave, so that's a round foundation one, okay?
Yep.
So where we did the necklace and the bracelet, where we went from square to round to square to round,
Yes.
all you would have to do then is where you've worked clockwise on your braiding, you just reverse. So you would go clockwise, reverse, clockwise, reverse.
So reverse makes it square.
Yeah, yep. So
Ooh.
yeah, so that's how I do that. But if I just reverse it, so my 12 comes over my 9, my 9 comes over my 6.
So the loop you still do the same,
Yeah.
coming over, but you come over on the opposite side.
Yeah, and then you connect 3, exit out of 12, and then that's sort of how you would do those. So you would do a few of those, and what you will see is what happens then. You see the ribbons go backwards and forwards and fall on each other. So I've gone 12 over 3, 3 over 6, 6 over 9, up, she said, hang on, up and 3. Okay, you know, this is the best way to do this, is actually sitting down comfy on the settee, not on a table. And then this one, we're going to bring it back, we're going 12 over 9, 9 over 6, 6 over 3. Okay, so I've caught it on pliers. Let me try that again. So many tools. Right, here we go, let's do it again. Okay, how are you getting on, Ali? All right?
Fantastic. Phil's telling me we've got some gift bags he wants to squeeze in.
Oh, lovely, yeah.
But I have to go over to my other desk
Yeah.
because he's got them over there.
Okay.
I
then
can watch
that's
you
it.
do this all day.
I know.
Do you
yeah.
like it? Have I done okay?
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah,
I kept mixing it up though.
No, that's really good. You can keep that and carry on.
I will do.
Yeah, I'm sure you can do 2 jobs at once.
Yes. I can.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all right then. He was like, oh, Irene's got, remind Irene she's got to get on with her challenge.
Oh, yeah, I
Phil
forgot
had
about that.
patience today, Phil.
Oh. Yeah, I better do that, okay.
I love that. I want that as a key ring as well. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's stretchy.
Yeah, definitely.
And I dropped my keys down the lift shaft once.
No.
So, yeah, so apparently this was in August, I think I dropped them down the lift shaft, and they said they'd be back, and that was no problem, it's free to get them back. When they do maintenance on the lift, the lift will bring them back. I said, when's that? They went, oh, I don't know.
Oh, no.
So I had to pay for them to lift the lift shaft up. That was £100.
No.
They were trying to charge me to get the lift shaft done. And then I got my keys January the 1st. I got my keys back. So if I'd waited, I would have had to wait till January the 1st in August for them to do maintenance on my lift.
Terrible.
Crazy. Right. Irene, thank you so much. I absolutely love
I
it.
hope
Don't
so.
you love it?
I hope so.
Phil's saying we've had so many messages.
Oh, brilliant.
Thank you
Good.
so much. We'll
Okay.
try and get as many as we can on as well.
And I'll get on with my challenge.
I'll leave you with your challenge.
Okay.
I'm keeping this with me.
All right
Phil
then.
has said we've got a gift bag opportunity that will fly out the door whether I'm here or not. So I think I should swap with Phil. Phil should present that one and I'll do the pricing. What do you reckon? I reckon that's what should happen. I think we should do a hands up in the studio or a yay or a nay as to whether Phil should come out and present this, because you did all hear what he said about it. So Amelia, yay or nay to yay for Phil?
Yes, definitely.
Irene,
Yay,
yep.
yay.
Leah, yep. So that's 3 votes. Coral, yep. Director Tom, yep. Myself, yep. Nick's just walked past. He probably would have said yep. So yep from Nick. He's head of the contact centre in our building for us. So Phil will be presenting this gift bag opportunity for you. Look forward to that. That's coming up. But right about now we're going to do the bundle. All right. Oh, I love this orange wire. I only have 21. It's going to be a quick opportunity. I've got to fit in lots of quick opportunities in 20 minutes. So we'll have a wee look at this. Director Tom, can we make sure we get Phil mic'd up for his opportunity to offer these? Awesome. I'm going to sneeze just so you know.
Oh, bless you.
Me. I did tell you. That's all right. I tried to tell you with an awkward face. Right, bless me. Goes on tight. Remembered. Right, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Do 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 do. You have to dance, Irene. That's it. Leah's dancing. Come on, Amelia. Do 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 do. Come on, Coral. Do 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 do. She's shaking. Do 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 do. Post the letters. Do 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 do. Do my shopping trolley. Do 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 do. And get my beans.
Drive your car.
Drive your home. Beep your horn. £8.95. Nobody knows the sizes. They're on the screen. 0.25 mil, 0.4 mil, 0.6 mil gauge, 3 different gauges, 10 meters of each. Deep orange. I would have called it more of a bit of an electric orange, but it's called deep orange. Check it out when you can. You don't have to dance in the living room, but if you want to, we can do it together. I don't know where that song came from. What was that song?
I don't know. You've made it up, but it's marvellous.
Thanks, Amelia. Saving me there. Oh, I love this. My orange backdrop. Orange and purple goes quite well, doesn't it?
Do you know which one it was then?
I love it. Leah's like.
That's it. I think that's what you do with the song, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is what you do.
What's it called, Leah? Leah's like really going for it with her Jamaican headphones on.
That's it.
Get ready for it.
Yep, I'm locking on.
If you've just tuned in, it's a higher head of operations, Mark Jackson. Awkward.
It's not helping me thread my beads very well, this isn't. I'm going like that with my beads.
It'll be a really groovy piece.
Like that.
I love it. Leah's literally like, woo! She's away. I'm at a rave with Leah. This is amazing. They've sold out. Well done. What's next? 2 strands. Oh, now this is Rhoda Crochet. Where's my book? I got my book. Sorry. Imagine I did that and then I appeared in your home when I wasn't there. I was thinking about that earlier. How cool would that be?
Oh, bless.
All right. Oh, right. I've got a little book. It's probably the biggest book I've ever got. Right. Aside from my my Shakespeare book, which has got every Shakespeare in it ever. It cost me like $4.95 for works of Shakespeare. It's really good.
I bought that yesterday.
Did you? It's like really cheap, isn't it? It's a big book. My previous bunny rabbit ate all the binding, that bit of it though, so it fell apart. So need to get another one. Right, low in stock. Let me show you. You're not going to get the book. The book has sold out actually. We had it in stock. If it comes back in stock, or when it comes back, should I say, I'll get it for you. But if you have it, page 1052. You will see a gemstone called rhodochrosite, which is what I believe I have for you here. Now the bundle is called rhodonite, but this is not rhodonite, this is rhodochrosite. Because the rhodochrosite has the lovely creams and the strawberries through it, which is what you're seeing here in a bigger size stone. So this is what you have as part of this bundle. Which I would definitely 100%, 99.9%, 100%, I'd say 100%, but it doesn't say on the graphics, but I disagree, but my gemologist isn't in today, so I can't get them to 100% confirm it. But my accredited jewellery professional training and this book, I think, backs up that this is rhodochrosite, 5x6 mil to 10x6 mil. But I do have rhodochrosite, which is this one. Now that is not a usual picture of rhodochrosite because you usually get black veins within it, and if you've got the book you'll be able to see that. But that is your rhodonite, which is that one there. So it has usually sort of black veins within it. Within the rhodochrosite, you get yourself the creamy milky ones. So hold on, that's showing you the page of rhodolite garnet. I'll just turn that round. So it's this page here. So this is your rhodonite, which has the black veins to it. No, other page, sorry, this one, that's the one. So that tells you all about it. That's page 1055, which is rhodonite, and then the other page, you've got your rhodochrosite. You're going to get both, but I just wanted to show you because it's easier, because the graphics say that this is rhodonite, which is not. So that's one way of helping you tell the difference. So both of those together look gorgeous. £8.95 for them both. Now I remember a very, very long time ago, I wore a rhodochrosite bracelet on JewelleryMaker. It was the first year of JewelleryMaker, just before Christmas, and I had 3 bracelets that were rhodochrosite that I'd made myself. They were just stretchies, and I was inundated with messages regarding that gem, and everybody wanted to get it. Sold out completely, the gem. We had no rhodochrosite in the building, and we don't have that much usually anyway. When we do get it, it sells out very quickly. So rhodonite is the one here in the rounds. And we've also got it with, I know it's not named correctly, and forgive us for that, I couldn't get it changed, otherwise I would have done, but that will be your rhodochrosite for you there. So you get both 150 carats of your nuggets and 330 carats of your plain rounds, 10mm plain rounds. These graduate from 5x6mm to 10x6mm nuggets, both totally natural. Are you ready for this? Check it out, enjoy it, and make sure you get it before it goes. They are flying at the door. Well done to you. Gorgeous. Got some gold findings coming up, gold wire, that'll be lovely. Don't forget our sapphires, which are coming up. We've got some sterling silver. We're going to do that now. We'll do nuggets first. This is an ultimate sapphire strand. In fact, we've given it to our lovely Irene for her part of her challenge. 43 centimetres of sapphires, emeralds, fancy sapphires and rubies. How does that make you feel?
I'm loving
Feeling good?
this.
Are you? You're trying to strand them on. Should I make us all dance again so it makes it awkward for you?
Well, I've come up with a little idea which I think would be nice.
I wouldn't do that to you then. But I do enjoy watching Leah dance. It makes me very, very happy.
She's very good at it as well, isn't
she? Literally, she takes you to the place. She takes you to a party.
Yes.
No disrespect to anybody else, but if Leah wasn't here, I don't think it would feel as of much of a party.
No.
She's pretty good at this.
Thing is, we would be heavy breathing by now because we'd be out of puff, whereas she was like pogo dancing there and the headphones were going up and
it was full on.
She nearly cracked the screen just with her fist going woo woo.
She was full on there, and we wouldn't have minded. We would not have cared. We would have actually been like, it's fine, Leah.
Marvellous.
This, I've got 27 available for you. I've got Australian. Now, when do we get Australian opals? Forgive me earlier, I may have suggested there might have been Ethiopian, and that's only because we've had more Ethiopian on the show than we have Australian, and I just assumed, which is wrong of me to do so, but I always do point out. So these are Australian nuggets for you, and white opals, Australian white opals. They go 1x1mm to 7x1mm on an 85 centimetre strand, 120 carats. You've then got your labradorite there, from the Feldspar family, and that one's coming in Labrador wise, 3x2mm nuggets to 8x1mm nuggets, 84 centimetre strand, 130 carats on that. Rainbow moonstone on the end, 175 carats, and that is a 2x1 to 10x1mm on 85 centimetre strand. So you've got full phenomenon stones here, 3 offers, 3 gemstones. Sorry!
That's amazing.
No, Phil. Producer Phil has just said this is why you stick to presenting and I stick to doing the prices. Trying to say I can't do a great price for some bags. I probably would have had these higher. Yeah, that's true. But when if I ever get the opportunity of getting in charge of the price points, I would become a rebel, I think.
Don't forget you trained him.
I did train you, yes. Thank you, Irene.
You're welcome.
$6.95. You having a kid on? Seriously, he's not joking. The price will not go up. That is your price today. If you don't go for them today and there are any left, which may happen, these things do happen. It is unlikely at $6.95, but it may happen. Then they will all be their own separate opportunities again. They may go on the web. They might go back into a bundle. Might be bundled with something you don't like. It might be bundled with this. Who knows? but I cannot guarantee ever again that at £6.95 you'll be able to get the 3 of these for one post and packaging at that price point.
You wouldn't even get the labradorite for that.
You'd struggle.
You would?
Absolutely.
You would.
But do not rush. If you've already blown your budget yesterday or already today, then stick to your budget. You've set it for a reason. But my thoughts are, if you'd budgeted to get labradorites and rainbow moonstone and Australian opals in particular, you would have set aside at least £6.95, I believe. I would have. And I work here and I get a staff discount. So, and it's a really good staff discount. I'm not going to fib. Really, really lucky here.
That's amazing.
Caroline, Linda, Hilary, you've got yours. Val, Patricia, Michael, you've got yours. Brenda's gone for 2. Hilary, Jane, Eileen, Aileen, Irina, Cheryl's in as well. Great to see you all. Have I told you you've got the same name as my mum?
No.
That's my mum's name, Irene.
Oh.
I think it's a lovely name.
Yeah, I like it.
Do you?
Yeah. You can say it in so many ways. Irene. Irene. Irene.
Come
Depends
on,
on.
Irene.
Yeah.
That's
That's Eileen, actually.
I know. Yeah, I know,
but
I
that was
still sing
my
it to my mum.
that was my song on my when it was our sort of,
Wedding
you know, getting
anniversary?
married, hen weekend and all that sort of
Aww.
thing. Come on, Irene. And Dexy's Midnight Runners, you know.
What's that one? I know.
That's the guys.
That
Dexy's.
sing it.
Yeah.
Ah, that's the one. Got a
I used to
message
dress
coming
up.
in. Come up with a new word. OMG, OMG, OMG. The prices are shamazing. Shamazing.
Shamazing.
I like that. Oh, didn't Nicole Scherzinger come up with lots of sort of shamaze?
You're
Did she? What was
shamazing.
it? Shamaze balls or something? Or was it the guy that Rylan, who was her person on the X Factor? I don't really know, but shamazing I like. I think she made up that word actually, Phil.
Sure, amazing.
Shamazing. I like it though anyway. I'm going to give you the credit for it. Findings pack sterling silver. Oh, got to be quick for this. I've got how many? 20. I've got hundreds. Oh, you were telling me price point ideas. 60 pieces of solid sterling silver in here I've got for you. An essential findings kit with organza bag. Where's the organza bag? You get it in an organza bag. I don't know if it's a purple one though, or if it's a, let me see, does it say what colour the bag is? I don't know. Quite possibly a black one with a purple ribbon. Either way, I'll tell you about the main reason we should go for that, but you get the organza bag too. You get tons, as my producer Phil has just described. 10 in your head pins, which are 50mm with a 2mm ball, which are these ones here. Look how lustrous they are, with silver being the most lustrous precious metal. More so than gold and platinum, silver is ahead of all of them in the luster factor. They are proving that magnificently. Then I've got head pins with a flat end in sterling silver. These are a 2mm ball. I'm presuming 50mm again because it doesn't give me a size. Sorry Leah, I just shimmied that over. But I'm presuming they're the same. They're both 50mm with a 2mm ball on this one and a 2mm flat head on this one. I've got an oval toggle for you, which is, oops, sorry, forgive me, which is, come now, the oval only toggle clasp in this, and it's coming in at a 24mm T-bar and an 11x9mm oval. Pair of shepherd hooks. I've just got one half of the pair for you here, with an eye loop in there as well. Shepherd ear hook is at 18x10mm, so one pair of those. A silver hook in here with an S clasp. So jump ring on either end. It's a 16x7mm hoop with a jump ring of 5mm on either side. Then I've got open jump rings for you. The open jump rings are coming in at 5mm in size with 10 of them. 10 crimp covers next to that. The crimp covers are 5x4mm. And 20 crimp tubes. I've only got a few of them here, but you get 20, whoops, there's one away. 20 crimp tubes, which are 2x1mm. Then you've got your chain with your S clasp. So that's the ribbon end there. 50 centimetres for you. No, that's the other one, next one. That's a big chain, sorry. Phil's just checking this one for me. But it's your ribbon end, 5cm chain, 12x14mm for the S, And then you've got your cord ribbon endings at the end, and then finishing off with the chain with a clasp. It's got a clasp on it, it's ready to use. Now you could pay this price that we're going for the entire kit, I think, for just the silver chain on its own. We've got the length of the silver chain. Did you say 50 centimetres? Is it 50? It can't be right. Oh yes, there we go. I was thinking of inches. There we go. So that's it clasped on me, and that's where it would sit on my own neckline. I appreciate everybody's neckline's different, but there's 50 centimetres on myself. So all of it is £25. So approximately 60 pieces, a complete necklace. You've got 10 head pins with the ball, 2mm ball, 10 head pins with the 2mm flat, 10 open jump rings, 10 crimp covers, 20 crimp tubes, 1 oval link chain with a clasp on the end, a bolt ring clasp of 50 centimetres chain, a pair of sterling silver shepherd hook earrings, 1 of your sterling S hooks in your clasp, 1 of your ribbon cord endings, and 1 of your toggles as well. All of that works out at £25. Sterling silver. Amazing, amazing. Check it out when you can. KFWI 36. There's a big quantity of these, so you can get one, you can get a couple, you can take your time on it. But for your sterling silver, you do not want to miss out on that one. We've got eye pins and head pins and wire in the gold plating coming up. They'll be in the next design inspiration as a wee extra. We've also got a sterling silver ring with a Swiss blue topaz, which I'm going to put in for you. We're going to offer you both. Now I'm just going to sit it in top. It's not set, but if you can get the idea of how gorgeous this is going to look. I've just sat the gemstone in there. It's not secured, but we're going to offer that together. Have a wee think of a price point you would be happy to pay for that look, and then we'll see what we can do for you for both the ring and the gemstone together. Yes, you'd have to set it or get it set for you, but we'll offer that as a treat. It's a size 5, a J to K in the UK, or small. We've got bags coming up. We've got a sapphire strand coming up. This is amazing. This is given us as a very special treat by our executive producer, Martha, today. We had a couple of requests for rubies, sapphires and emeralds. This has got all plus fancy sapphires. I'll be bringing it to you very, very shortly. We're going to have a really short break. It's totally natural, yes, 100% natural. It's got an authenticity certificate with it. We've got a good quantity for you as well. I believe I have 200 in stock, so we're going to do something really special on your price. Don't go anywhere, because we've got the gorgeous Irene with a second design inspiration and our challenge, as well as many, many treats. Look at this carnival colour coming up. Can't lift it up. I'll lift it up this way. All coming up on the other side of a really short break, so please don't go anywhere. Also, Phil might be presenting. Haha. In fact, will be. Ha.
Come and join guest designer Laura Binding on our intermediate wirework course. The aim of the course is to enhance your wirework skills and take your designs to the next level. You will learn more advanced weaving and binding techniques, which you can incorporate into your jewellery. The full course includes a selection of gauges of wire, a generous scoop of mixed gemstones, a copy of the Wirework Tutorial DVD Edition 3, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios and chance to meet the presenters, and a visit to our Gemstone Museum. All of this for just £79.95. To book your place, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. JewelleryMaker, bringing out the designer in you.
JewelleryMaker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
it's the versatility. You can do anything with wire work. You can make very delicate pieces, you can make huge, great big structural pieces. You've got so many different gauges to use, and we've got the twisted wire, you've got all the colours in it. It is absolutely amazing. I mean, if you go on the website, the range of products you've got in the wire is phenomenal. You've got something for everything. So if you're doing very delicate jewellery, and you can make it so delicate with the 0.25 wires for wrapping, or you could do something like me with a big structural piece and you're using the 1.5 and the 1.25 wires for your frames, and then all the ranges in between. It's just, I enjoy it. I love it. It is, it's fantastic. You can keep going forever, you can do whatever. There's nothing that you can imagine that you can't make out of wire. Not that I've found yet, anyway.
Join guest designer Sarah Elvin on her Kumihimo DVD Edition 2. Create new and exciting Kumihimo designs step by step with Sarah on this DVD. Sarah will teach you new techniques such as the half-flat braid on a round disc, a 12-strand spiral braid, how to add gemstones, the 8-strand shappu, the maru yotsu, and finally how to finish your designs with various clasps and wire elements. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
Oh my goodness gracious me. What a treat. This is one of the most exciting opportunities on JewelleryMaker. Regular viewers, you'll know that when we started 5 years ago now, we didn't have gemstones like this. We started off with beautiful quartzites, quartzes, other treats similar. But this was a dream 5 years ago. Sorry, I was going to sneeze there, but it didn't happen in the end. These are some of the finest caliber we would hope to have from our sister channel, Gems TV. Gems TV is a channel that I've worked on for just shy of, in fact, over 9.5 years now. So I've been with this company for a very, very long time, even though JewelleryMaker's only been open for 5 years. Our sister channel, Gems TV and Rocks TV, which is live to the UK and America, and worldwide as well. We have worked on some of the finest designs for years and years and years, worked on finding you the best gemstones we can. These we launched on a sister channel as the Gems of Distinction collection. You would get a strand similar to this, maybe just sapphires or just emeralds or just rubies, or maybe a selection of both, and it would have roughly about 50 centimetres, like the necklace I had a moment ago if you were watching the sterling silver one. In fact, I've still got it on. So roughly about this length, and it would just be simply threaded on, and it would have either a gold or a silver clasp at the back. The ones with a gold clasp with a slightly extended chain and a bolt clasp would be £149 minimum for about 50 centimetres, maybe just shy of, for a necklace with either rubies or sapphires, and they were usually about 25 carats. And that was our really exclusive Gems of Distinction collection. We then started making matching bracelets. The bracelets were very, very similar. They would have either a silver clasp or a gold, and again with the gold solid gold clasp, we would be looking again not far off your three figures, about 79 odd pounds. And bearing in mind our sister channel at the time, on average, were around sort of 75 to 85% lower in price point than the high street for what you were getting. So when JewelleryMaker launched, we dreamed of having gems like this from the Gems of Distinction collection. And a few years on, 3-4 years on, we managed to secure the same caliber of what we would hope to see in a sister channel, I personally believe, but you can have a look for yourself, in strands where you could do the threading yourself, you could add the clasp on, and you could either keep it for yourself or have it as a gift. This strand is one of the longest strands called Gems of Distinction. I would advise you to call me now, because I'm going to do this as low as I can. as an introductory offer to something we have dreamed of for years. FYCD70 is the code. These are totally natural, and just like our sister channel, Gems TV, you're going to get an authenticity certificate for this. Now, this might be one that you don't even need to ask for, because when I got my emeralds the other day, I didn't need to ask. The authenticity certificate was with it. But always check. It's free to print off at any point, whether you join us in the web when you buy it or whether you join us on the phone when you buy it. It's free to print off. It's on your history, and this is the code, and you can print it off at any point. If you wish to get a laminated copy, as an example you're seeing on the television, unfortunately on the web you don't, I think, get to see that, but it's an example of an authenticity certificate. It's like a credit card size, a little bit smaller than this. In fact, if I were to peel this out, oh, that's it exactly there. Thank you, Claire, my director, is a superstar. You can see, obviously it will have the gemstone shape or the carat weight or the cut in there as well. It's got a few extra boxes that might not be in there, like metal weight, for example, because it's a template from our sister channel where we have the same one, because we're all the same company, from the Genuine Gemstone Company. This, with the length that you've got, 43 centimetres, usually we have a Gems of Distinction collection are around the 18 centimetre, maybe 21 centimetre mark. You've got me, for me personally, double the amount. Now these are already allocating. It's totally natural with 50 carats on here, 3 by 1 mil to 4 by 1 mil and a 43 centimetre strand. Now the greens you're getting are genuine natural emeralds. The blues are your classic natural blue sapphire. So you don't need to say the word blue when you say sapphire if it's blue, because that's the Latin word sapphire, means blue. You are getting yourself that. Traditionally throughout the world, connoisseurs and collectors, they know that a sapphire is blue, traditionally. Any colour other than blue in a sapphire is known as a fancy sapphire. So yellow sapphire, for example, is a fancy sapphire. Orange sapphires, pink sapphires, they are all fancy sapphires in the gem industry. If it's called a sapphire, it's meant to be, you would believe, blue. So what you should be saying, if anyone asks you what you've got, you're explaining what you got, I just want you to know the correct terminology, because I don't want somebody to know it and then you're explaining it and I haven't explained it clearly to you. So I want you to know that when you have a blue sapphire, it's simply a sapphire. The only reason on our web we would put blue sapphire on there is simply because sapphire comes in so many different colours, so you can find it easily in the blue section of gemstones if you want a blue section, so it'll come up. That's the only reason, because I queried this with everybody. I said, why on earth would you put blue sapphire? You're just saying blue, blue, basically. So that's the reason why I would ever say that on the website. That's only purely so you can find it easier if you're clicking through in the web as a search engine function. The greens are emeralds. The yellows, fancy sapphires. The reds, now regular viewers, you'll know this. Connoisseurs, you will know this, but if you're a new viewer, you might not understand and you might not be aware. So I want you to be as fully aware as everybody else, just so you know these are flying out. I had 200 in stock. I don't have anywhere near 200 anymore. You got to trust me on this price point. The price point I believe you're going to be paying is £10 less than I would expect you to pay for one strand of 18 or 21 centimetres. So what you have, and the luster that you've got and the quality that you have, when you have a family, are you aware of this, Irene, that when you have the corundum family, that's where the sapphires come from, but it's also where the rubies come from. Right. So every single corundum, other than red, usually, well, let's word it another way, an easier way. You can get sapphires in every colour, apart from a red. If it's red, it's a ruby. So they're all the same family. The corundum family is red. The corundum family is every colour. When it's any colour other than a red, it's a sapphire, fancy sapphire that is, correct myself. If it's red, it's a ruby. So you can never get a red sapphire, because it's a ruby. So now you know that, when it's red, sometimes it's difficult because it's on a border between pink and red. Some people prefer pinkier rubies. Some people prefer redder, pinkier sapphires, or redder sapphires, but it's usually down to personal preference. But you have rubies here, you have sapphires here, you have fancy sapphires here, you have emeralds. Normal price for 21 centimetre strand, I would say $39.95. If you're lucky, $29.95. You've got $29.95 for 43 centimetres.
It's beautiful.
And as it's a premiere, and I've got all 200, and I want you to try it, we're going to take the delivery off it. So even if you add on your post and packaging, if you haven't opened an order today, you can still get it through your door for £30.
That's
Happy?
Brilliant.
For
Brilliant.
£30 on, usually half that strand would be around £29.95. £39.95 usually. On a good day we can do it £29.95. We can drop a £10 note off it if we bundle it maybe with other strands. For you today, I don't know what you think. I think that's a silly question though, because I've seen so many of you confirm it and multi-bid on it before we even dropped a couple of pounds. And I know you might think, it's only a couple of pounds, that's £3 you've taken off. £3 times 200 is quite a lot.
Oh gosh, yeah.
For us, you're getting only £3 off yours, but as a collective, that's... We have 200 to allocate, and we've taken £3 off per person. That's £600 we've just said goodbye to. We'd already got a discount to get it £29.95. That's not what I would expect this to be in any shape or form. But what I love about this particular strand is how bright they are. They are very, very clearly yellow sapphires or pink sapphires or green emeralds or classic sapphires or white sapphires. It's very, very striking. You don't need to know anything really about gemstones to know that that's a genuine gem colour. They're natural, which I think adds for me, and that would add normally to the price. That would normally put your price up if you had a natural sapphire or natural fancy sapphires or natural emeralds or natural rubies, which you have. So to get that, and sometimes natural, well, if you've ever seen a natural ruby uncut, it looks quite dull. Same with a sapphire, same with an emerald. They can look really quite dull and quite unattractive. But when you facet them with the level and the skill that our lapidarists have, bear in mind majority of lapidarists we use have trained for at least 3 years before they're even allowed to polish a stone, never mind cut it. So that's 3 years of training just to be able to say I'm allowed to polish it. Once you learn to polish it, then you're allowed to move on to faceting. Once you move on to faceting, then you have to be able to move on to faceting different gems. Then different gems moves on to the same gem but from a different location. Because a Colombian emerald would facet differently to how you would facet a Brazilian or a Zambian. So even though you can facet one emerald, doesn't mean you can facet every emerald. And I wasn't aware of this until Glenn Lear, one of my favourite people in the world, told me this, because he used to be an artist originally. A highly decorated surfer, if I remember correctly as well. And then of course turned into geology and gemology and faceting and learning how to cut gemstones. And he said, Ali, it took me 15 years to be able to say I could cut any gemstone. That's a long time. Can I see it around your neck, please, Ali? Thanks. Absolutely. Do you reckon I can keep it if I can keep it up here? No, Phil, no. Not doing that again, all right. You saw my limbo this morning.
Doesn't that look gorgeous? Really lovely.
Actually, it looks quite nice with the silver chain from earlier. Thank you, Claire. Director Claire said she was quite impressed with yesterday's limboing. I didn't come to work thinking I would be limboing, put it that way.
I thought your posture looked very well yesterday. Was that why?
Sorry?
I thought your posture looked very well yesterday. Is that
Did it?
why?
That's purely why,
Yeah,
yes.
holding up right.
I just wanted to, producer Phil said if I could keep I just put it up like the way I have here. It's a shorter strand though, and they were big pearls, so they were moving quite a bit. And he said if you can keep it like that for the entire show, and it doesn't fall off, you can keep them. So I was walking about like this yesterday, all day, and trying to get things out of drawers. So I hadn't got whiplash, I hadn't hurt myself in any way, I was just trying to keep a strand of pearls. Enjoy it for £26 and 95 pence. Unreal or unreal?
They're awesome.
If there are any left, bear in mind we had 200. We will recap it at the end of the show. Nobody pays any more than anybody else, but you've just got yourself, hopefully you've just got yourself, one of the rarest sapphires actually, pink sapphires, and there's plenty on there. Enjoy it, it's gorgeous. Got some gold findings here, plated gold findings. Plenty of ribbon. Should we do, oh, is it design inspiration time? Oh, when are we doing these gift bags? Later on. All right, looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to this. Right, let's do it. It's design inspiration time. You're going to love this. Eek. Oh my goodness gracious me, this is a treat and a half. Whoo, you're gonna love this. I'm gonna show you gemstones first. If you've just tuned in, welcome to the Design Inspiration Show. I'm Ali Defoy with one of my all-time favourite ladies in the world. It's our Irene. I've only really properly got to meet Irene today, and I think she's an absolute gem. She's gorgeous, she's lovely, and that's not just because she brought me a recipe for chocolate crunch. That is purely because I know, I can't wait to make that. I'm excited. But the talent that Irene has and her love for that and her passion is so easy to see. It really makes me excited. It really makes me want to join in, and I'm sure you are the exact same. With the amount of messages we've received, sorry if we haven't shown all of your messages. We're trying to bring as many as we can, but you've got that many. The computer's a little bit clogged up, so Phil's trying to sort of clear the messages so we can get them up. But thank you, we have seen them all, and we will read them to Irene as well, so don't worry, she will get to hear them. This is the code for your Design Inspiration number 2. It's DPGC05, sorry, forgive me, DPGC05. Now this is called Summer Ribbons, but you're looking at these thinking, oh, these are quite silvery and almost sort of Christmassy. They are, but when you see them with the mix, you're going to fall in love. You're getting natural hematite plain rounds, 6mm at 38cm. You can tell the natural ones because they've got more of a sort of, it's almost like a gunmetal grey, but a lustrous gunmetal grey. Really quite lovely. They're 190 carats. And then, oh no! Oh yes, that's correct. Silver is 5mm round. I read that wrong in my head there. I thought they were saying these were bigger. I was thinking, no, they're not. They're 5mm, that's perfect. 37cm for you, and the silver coated on your hematite. 165 carats that. So in total, gemstone wise, you're getting yourself 100, 200, and 55 carats there. And that's a totally genuine hematite. Natural hematite is the darker colour, and then the silver coated is the silver one. Both of those you get. You've then got connectors. I'm going to grab these first because these are right here, and these are fabulous. You're going to get 12 individual, what's known as connectors. They're 17 by 3mm, and they are all individual, like 3mm ball connectors. I remember when I had guest designer Claire on the other day, she was so sweet, and she said, Ali, when I first put my hand into the bag, because she'd never seen them before, she thought 3 perfect rounds had stuck together.
I was looking for that bag, you know, when you're doing your kits and everything.
Yep.
And I walked away and I came back and I looked for those, and I thought, I know they were there, and I keep looking because I thought it was a bag of beads.
Yeah.
Because they all sat together. But I absolutely love that finding. I do love this finding.
They're so perfect, aren't they? You would think that it would maybe be straight, or it would look sort of squashed. They still look like rounds.
Yeah.
Which it really, I know that might sound basic, but it really impresses me that they look like actual rounds. It looks like you have 4 beads in the design. It looks like 4 beads are just sitting there, but it's actually a great function. It's a connection. It can separate your cords. Obviously, we'll get to see Irene's designs, and Irene will talk through how she's used it. But it is brilliant. You get 12 of them. They're fabulous. They're newer. We've only had them within the past month. Like as in last month, we really started to bring them to you. These are new to me. I haven't seen these ones before. I've only believe they've been seen with ones with our Gemma Crow. Other than that, I don't know if they've been seen. I haven't seen them. Our producer hasn't seen them. These are fab. What was that? 32mm T-bar and 18mm round. Now they're so fancy. Look at that. It actually looks like the silver has been wrapped as a ribbon. Like a silver ribbon has been wrapped around to create that really pretty pattern.
It's great as a feature piece as well, isn't it? Not just, you know, as a clasp. And it falls beautiful on the neck when you've made a piece. It looks really nice, really nice.
Gorgeous. And these are silver plated copper. You get 5 of these. You've then got silver plated copper for rice beads and puffy rice beads, as well as the spacer I showed to you, the multi-spacer, the 4-function spacer. That's plated silver as well. So let me get you those puffy and thin ones. I'm just going to grab some tweezers and a wee board just in case they go flying. Yeah, that's true. Producer Phil, they definitely will. They always do. So these are your rice beads in the usual size of a 6x2mm. They're being described as. You get 100 of them. It's 100 of those. And then the larger ones are 6x4mm. They almost look like little you can see that better, but they almost look like little coffee beans. How would you describe them? They're called puffy rice beads, but
yeah, I think when you said that, I think they know when you say that, you know that's what they are.
Almost sort of
yeah, they're like a little coffee bean,
nuts.
but
you know the pine kernels that you get. That sort of size is what they are size-wise to me.
they're a bit longer, aren't they, than a coffee bean, really? Aren't they? They're really nice shape to work with, and you've got the smaller and the large ones, so they blend in really well when you're working together.
And a good selection of drill holes as well.
Yeah.
And with those you'll get 50 of the larger ones, forgive me, 100 of the small, and they're no means small, the 6x2 mil, but they're classed as the original rice beads, and then the puffy ones are 50 you get of those. So just to clarify, 5 of the toggles, 100 of the small, or the usual rice beads, 50 of the puffy ones, and the connectors you get 12 of. All of that silver plated, and then the ribbon! Yay! The main purpose of the kit really is this ribbon. This makes me think of carnival time. A lady, forgive me, I can't remember her name, please do forgive me, but you posted a picture of your finger knitting on my Facebook page, and it was so colourful, and I loved it, and I was thinking that's an absolute carnival piece. I love that. These carnival colours, I've got 5 in each. You're getting the same colours, but one is the small one here is 7.5 millimeters wide, and these are 15 millimeters for you wide. So I'm just going to stack them up so you get the same colours in order, so you can see that they are the same. So there you go, our Leaning Tower of ribbons.
There's so many bikinis and summer wear now with all these colours on, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely.
Really? Yeah.
And they cost an absolute fortune.
Yeah.
There's one particular designer, ladies will know, gents might know as well, but it's a very, very luxury ladies sort of underwear, I suppose, but they do swimsuits and bikinis, and their colours are these bright pinks, these bright oranges, these bright greens, these bright blues. They are beautiful, and it's that sort of
they're having
bodycon idea.
Yeah.
As well as the ones, they've got the tops that have, in fact, I didn't have any on holiday, but I was looking at them and I would have loved one. Those sort of ruffles on the top, or like sort of cut material, so it looks sort of tassel-y.
I mean, I see, and like you said, they are this colour wave of these ribbons. I mean, you just don't get them in the way that you're sending them out today.
Yeah.
But if you got a plain swimsuit, if you bought, say, a cheap one, and then you put all this together and made a ruffle with that, you'd really upmarket that swimsuit for when you go on holiday. Because honestly,
and it'll be bespoke, and everybody will ask about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Love it! So £48.60 is a combined price of all our silver-plated findings. Have we got a calculation? Hold on, let me do it for you. 150, 162, 167 findings.
Wow.
No, it's not. Yes, 167 sterling silver-plated findings. It's a lot of findings, isn't it?
Brilliant. It's a really lovely kit.
So we get all the ribbons and the gemstones, which you can't see there, but they were spinning around a minute ago, I'm quite sure. Here they are, your 2 hematites, 5 mil and 6 mil. £31.95 for all of it.
Wow, that's fantastic.
And how many metres of ribbon is that? 10 metres in each one.
Yeah.
That's 100 metres, isn't it?
That's where we got the 10 from earlier, wasn't it?
10 metres of ribbon,
yeah.
So 100 metres.
And it doesn't matter what either one of those strands you put together, colour code, they all just go so well together. Beautiful.
Absolutely. And you've got 20 metres in each colour, and 2 gauges of each colour, haven't you, if you think about it?
Yeah, we've got loads and loads to sort of play with there, haven't we?
100% in love with this.
Lovely colours.
So we're going to have a look at what our gorgeous Irene has made, and then we're going to have a look at the quicker, I think, into our demonstration, because I want to have more time for you than the last time.
Well, I do have to laugh
because we could have talked all day about them.
Do you remember we made some little people for the earrings to go with the set? They've gone walkabouts. I don't know where they've gone.
What, your earrings?
Yeah.
You just made another one?
Yeah, I just quickly made him, bless him. But
does anyone know when Irene's earrings are? We had a pair of those.
never mind, but we've got one all on his own. We'll sort them out.
Someone's
later.
probably half-inched them.
Yeah.
They loved them that much and they thought, I'm going to go for that. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Fine.
Look at this, everyone.
It's
This is so cute. Is this how you keep your needles?
Yeah, pins.
That is
Little
so
booty.
cute. Look at that.
Yay!
That is fab.
Trouble is, I've only got one. I haven't got a pair, so I can't walk anywhere.
So these boots weren't made for walking in.
No, they're just for not dancing either.
I love it. Shuffle, hop, step.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
Anyway,
Anyway,
just try and tap dance with the shoe on.
I'm not really quite sure, but you
What is
know.
wrong with me?
It's that time of day, isn't it, I reckon?
It's because Coral couldn't find any milk for my coffee, so it's just pure coffee. So I haven't even drank any of it. It's just the smell's making me go crazy.
Yeah, it's strong. Nice though.
Have a looky here. This is pure carnival. I love this. You can wear
Yeah.
this with a plain top. You could dress this up with a plain dress that you say. It could
Yeah.
be your statement piece that you just pull out with anything nice and simple that you would wear
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah, pin brooches. So if you're doing any school events, or you know, sometimes the teachers like to give a little reward to the
Yeah.
students, don't they? So you could all make little pin brooches and you know put a little tag on with a name or something like that. So they're just little rosebuds that I've gathered together, and I've backed it on some of the soutache felt that
Yep.
we've had. So it's a cluster. So it's a satin ribbon. It can be done with some of the nice Hessian ribbons that we've got as well. But because it's silk, it gives it that nice summer flow look. So you can do any shape you want. Mine's sort of like a moon shape. But you could do any shape, so you could do a beautiful side shape of a necklace and have it, you know, as a fan coming down one side, and then a nice bit of chain on the other side. So this is one of the interpretations that I've done, but you can do loads.
Could you make these? Because I know you. Purely because I know you have been or worked as a hairdresser, as that was a part of something you did when you ran your hairdressers.
Yeah.
Could you do something like that for sort of little on like a Kirby grip maybe, and
Yeah,
pin them
we've
into
got-
your hair?
Yeah,
Like
we've
pretty.
got our hair combs, haven't we?
Yeah.
So on the hair comb, you can do that. You can, we can have a cluster of 3 of them. So you can just wire wrap them on top there, and then just place them down. Look, see, on there. And then, you know, for bridals or, you know, you get a nice bikini, you go into a summer party, you know, what pool party they call them.
Yeah.
So, you know, match it up with your cozies and, you know, or bridal, you know, little bridesmaids and flower girls. You could use just the pink ones and have clusters of those. And all you need to do is stitch them and overloop them on the bar of the comb.
Yep.
And do it that way, really. You can make tiaras with them as well, so you could use it on the hairband.
You just and you could, yeah.
Yeah.
You can have your hairband. You could have matching corsages.
Yes.
You could tie it around your wrist for your corsage. Get a colour
Yeah.
to match your.
Yeah, and if you're doing bridal, then the guys, you could be, if your colour theme was the pinks, then the guys could be actually wearing just a pink little buttonhole for it. I know.
Can I
Martha
put it on?
loved it. Yeah, Martha
Bet
loved
she
that.
did. Dibs, Martha.
Yeah. Oh dear. Do you know all those hundreds of thousand bees we just had? We've probably got about 4 left. Oh. Okay. 44.
It's all right, Amelia. Everybody will look at this. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like all 150 of those pure beads just went flying.
We heard nothing.
They just jumped. They didn't fly. It's all right. They were just jumping. Jumping ship.
Yay! So what we got
Sorry,
then?
I'm just
So
trying them on.
that's our flower necklace, so that was nice. That's a tiara one that was made really, really quick because you get so many in that kit that we had in the first designer
Yep.
make kit. I thought I'm going to use it for just a bit of crisscrossing wire to give the structure with 2 headbands together, and then with a bit of the satin ribbon backwards and forwards and zigzagging it and doing it that way.
It's a good way of hiding my roots as well, a little bit.
There you go. A nice beehive bow at the back of that as well, and you could lean it forward.
Oh, wow.
With that tiara as well, what I was thinking of is when I was doing it, what you can do is where the tiara is here.
I'm probably putting it on wrong.
No, it's right. You can wear it on that way or forward. You can decorate on top, obviously wire work, but I know a lot of our team designers do a lot of wire work, so that's why I wasn't doing it, you know, twisted pearls on the ends and things. But with this one, if you actually take one of the headbands, move it slightly down, what happens is it will start to form like a Egyptian type, so that would go up there.
Oh yeah.
So if you wanted it to stick one higher into a mould than the other one, actually when you're wire wrapping the bottom here, bring one of the headbands further down and then wire wrap. So it's probably about 1.5 inches. And what we'll do then is it gives you that sort of Victorian type look, you see, like that.
I love that.
And it's just like wire wrap over, which was the 0.8 gauge we had in our kit, backwards zigzagging forward, and then obviously I've just wire wrapped here with a 0.4mm and zigzagged across there again, come back again and wire wrapped, and that's as simple as it is.
Wow. And that was from the wire we're talking about, was from the first design inspiration kit, but you've probably got wire from a wire bundle, you might have some in your stash you can have a wee play with. And the final few pieces, and this is just purely gemstones. It did have matching earrings, don't know where they've gone, walkies too.
The bracelet's there though, isn't it?
Oh, the bracelet and the necklace is there. Yes, I just don't know where the earrings have gone.
They're there, but never mind. We'll make some
we have got pictures of them. We put them on the Facebook page.
Oh, good.
Because that's probably where they went.
I think they were about then anyway, so this is what I'm going to show you now then. I've got 2 little ideas. I'd like to show you how to make the flower if we've got time. Okay.
Phil will keep me up to date.
Yeah,
the times,
okay?
But we're good.
So we'll try and...
How long have we got, Phil? Oh, you're in here. 30 minutes.
Oh, we've
30 minutes.
We've got loads.
Yay.
So what we're going to do then is I've made one base. So you know the beautiful pink flower that we've just had on
my
the headband? Yep. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to make it on this little gadget I've got here. You can use a wig jig. You could use head pins attached into your Kumihimo board. So for instance you would use some, let me see if I've got some head pins just to give you an idea.
Like a bobby pin?
Yeah.
I've got some in my hair.
Yeah, just literally. Here. Oh, that's a hair grip.
Oh.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, we'll pretend. So it'll be a sharp head pin, and what you would do is just draw out a shape of the flower that you want and literally do it in a circle. And I think on the wig jig, if I remember rightly, if you've got the pin and you distant them together, I think I had a centre one and it was probably 5 holes up, and worked my way all the way around with pins into a circle. Okay, and that then will give you a structure like this. So for instance, that one, they would be opposite each other. Probably do your 12, your 3, your 6 and your 9 o'clock, and then put some pins in to make the best of a circle you can on a wig jig. And then what you can do is you can use the structure like what I'm doing now. Okay?
Yes.
All right?
Thank you.
What we're going to do is we're going to use the finer ribbon of our fantastic kit, and I think this is the 7.5mm.
That's correct.
Yep. Okay. So what you get in this one is I've just put a knot, or you can put a little bit of tape or anything and just catch it in the groove here. And for us to make, we're going to make 2 sections. So I've got a larger loop, which is this one. Okay, but I'm going to use a smaller one because I've already achieved the larger one, and literally keep it on the reel, and all you're going to do is figure 8 all the way around. Okay, so down to the bottom, up to the top, down to the bottom, up to the top, down to the bottom, up to the top, and you're going to keep going round like that. And this is
so you do it in an anti-clockwise direction?
Yeah.
Is that right? Does it matter as long as you do it the same way the whole way around?
You can do it either way, whatever way, if you're right-handed or left-handed.
Are you
it's
left-handed?
Not a problem. No, I think I just tend to
I'm left-handed, which is why it made me think that way.
Yeah, I'm a little bit I think the
ambidextrous.
I think the way you do your crafts, the more you keep carrying on, in the sense of learning strategies to use both hands, don't you? Now I've been round once. You can go 2 or 3 times depending on the width of the ribbon, but I'm literally just going to go around one more time, okay, because of the actual thick. Now we've got some fantastic wire, different gauge wires. You can do it with that. You can also do this with the beading cord that we spoke about earlier. You know that lovely cords that we had? You know that lovely silk cord that we've just had for sale as well?
Yeah.
That is fantastic on here.
Is it?
Yeah. So any of the cords that you've got, you can use on these machines, okay? Or do the same technique on your wig jig, or put some head pins in your board and off you go.
Oh, you're saying head pins and I'm giving you my Kirby grips?
I've never heard them called that. I've always called them head grips, yeah. Where did you get that name from, is it?
That's what they were called, I thought.
That was a silly question I asked there, wasn't it?
Can you send me a text if nobody else knows?
It might have
Leah,
been.
do you say Kirby grips?
I call them hair grips.
Do you use them anyway?
Yeah.
You do? Hair grips?
They are hair grips, aren't they?
Call them Kirby grips.
I'll just be a bit of a boff, by the way. I found 2 pairs of scissors now. We don't need them, but we do. You know, couldn't find scissors earlier. It's like, hey, guess what? I found my scissors.
I was running around trying to find some scissors.
Yeah.
Couldn't find them for looking at them.
No. Right, I've snipped that off there, and you can put that to the back, but you don't have to. Okay. What you can do is you can keep on using the same strand. All right. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that to the back. Hold on. So what we've done now is we're going to leave that to the back. Take that one out.
Can you make, because to me that looks like a rosette, and the colours are the kind of colours I would expect if I was, because I think it's only because I went horse riding the other week, and there in the stables they had all these rosettes up in the wall. Imagine how much that would save you if you were running for school or for anything, and you had like a little event.
That's exactly what it
and
looks
you had,
like.
because to me that reminded, when I first saw it, I don't know if you can see it in the overhead, it looked like a rosette.
There you go.
So for me,
and you could make a card base here, couldn't you? And you could put probably baby's first birthday, or you know, first gift, or the name, or you know, or if you're doing some sort of anything really, any comment you wanted to on there. But you could use your polymer clay and put some in pieces there. Yeah, your friendly plastic, loads of things you could put inside there to make it pop.
I think that would be, the colours lend themselves to kind of like celebration, kind of winning things as well.
Definitely. So what you do then is you basically, you do get a needle with this, and what you do is you just push this down, okay? And then what we do is we push that down so you can get to it. And what you do is you actually start at the back and you bring your needle up. I'm not going to do all of this, okay, but I want to show you how to do it, and then I'm going to show you how to make the bead to go on top of it, if that's okay with you.
Yep.
Is that all right?
Yep.
Okay. So because this is just sewing, and then you might get a bit bored of it, so what you do to sew it, you hold it at the back, you take your needle and you go down and you exit out the back, okay, which is there, pull that down, and then you come back up from that one. This is just to connect it at the first, because really what I wouldn't have done is cut it off, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to go down the same one I had, and then bring it over, and that comes down. And if you give it a little bit of a tug, that'll work really well. Then I come up from the next one to it, okay, so push that down, and then we come up, pull that down and down, and that is continuously what we do there, okay, and that's down, and then one more time, so up from the back. And you can go again, Al, you can go from Ali from the other side if you wanted to sew going anti-clockwise or clockwise. It really doesn't matter, as long as you get that ribbon to connect those petals together, because that's what you're doing. Okay, and then what happens here is you can see it starting to connect there. This is a little bit loose, it's not a problem. All I need to do is just tuck it down, and I always hold it with my thumb in the middle, and I'm going to come up and down until I get to the end, and then all I have to do is tie the ends together, and then that will just take it off the teeth. I'll just take the teeth off. Yep. It just slides off, the connection comes off as well, and that's all we need to do for there. Okay, amazing. So that is a fantastic tool, but there are other tools out there that will do the same anyway. And once you've taken it off, this is where you get all your petals. And don't forget, you can use the same technique for wire work, for braiding, for cording, for that lovely hessian that you've got there. You could do the same sort of structure, but obviously you would use large head pins to do that. Something to get on. And then what you want to do is just tease them so they come out nice and flush like that. Okay, and then what I'll do is I can show you how to make the centre bead then if you want to.
Fabulous. Well, I'll pop these on because they're just popped on the screen so you can see what they are. You mentioned hessian, natural woven hessian cord. Now these are brand new. You're going to get 10 metres of each. I adore the colour. Am I allowed to open these?
It's lovely. And this one I've made a necklace on our 5th anniversary
birthday.
Yeah, and it's that colour as well with cream, and it is beautiful.
Ooh. So if you missed that on the show, or if you wish to, if you made it or you didn't manage to get a hold of it at the time, here's an example. I hope you don't mind me opening it, but I want to see it. I think it's easier to see than through plastic.
I usually carry some of that with me all the time, you know.
This is lovely.
You can stretch it. Yeah.
Ooh, I want it.
Yeah. And if you place a little hole in the middle, you could weave the other one through it. So you can make like a two-tone. And you know, the plaiting of it, I can show you how to quickly plait it as well together if you wanted to.
Can we, Phil? Have we got many of them? 145, yeah.
Oh, it takes seconds to do, honestly.
Does it?
Yeah, I'll show you.
My friends would love this.
Because you
quite
can
a lot of the gents would like jewellery like this as well, I think.
Oh,
it
yeah.
feels quite... Oh, $6.95!
It's fabulous, isn't it, the price? It's brilliant, great stuff. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And this is another sort of company that I think are fab that I work with, and you guys know. Literally.
Sorry, I was tugging the end. I could probably frayed it all the way.
Yeah, but you can fray it. So if you frayed it like that, and then you made a pleat on there, or sewn on there, or put some gemstones as a gift for somebody, you can make like a little bookmarker for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what we've got here is we've got 2 pieces, and one of the techniques I was showing you, and this is the same, actually the same technique as I did on the trim of my necklace.
Right.
Yeah, so the one that I'm wearing now, when I said that you can sew onto it,
Yep.
it's the same thing. Now, what I would do is I would either tape or glue that together, okay? Or what you can do is if you form a little loop at the beginning here, so we've got that one there, right? So I'm just going to bring that one down, and then do the same for this side, okay? One quick loop there, and this is so quickly, okay? So we've got 2 loops there,
Yep.
okay? Then all we do is you place one loop in the other loop. Okay, the first one, it comes out so it slides backwards and forwards. All right. Loop over with the left hand, pull through the right, and bring down. Yeah. Take your right, loop it over with the right index finger, and because my ribbon is coming over to my right, I thread it through the right. Pull it down. And then to the right, loop through, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, and pull it through. Now you can make headbands, and you know you just spoke about the horse trophy.
Yep, the rosettes.
Yeah. When I was doing a demonstration at the NEC, a lady come up to me while I was demonstrating this, and she said to me, could you do anything like that for the horses? I said, oh yeah, definitely, because this is really strong. It's Hessian wove. It's, even though it's a Hessian, it's lovely and soft.
Yeah,
And,
it does feel, it almost feels like lovely soft wool.
yeah, and she made all the decorations for the horses, you know, head
For their
pieces
hair,
and that.
to tie into their manes and their tails.
Yeah, and that's it.
That is gorgeous.
Look at the colours together, aren't they beautiful? And all you'd have to do is, if you keep doing this now, okay?
Can I
and then
keep
to finish
doing
it? Yeah, you can, of course you can. And then what you can do is you pull the tail through on the last one to finish it. So you would snip that there, pull that through, and it's finished. You could then put a crimp end on this side, crimp end on that side, and you make a fantastic bracelet.
I absolutely love it.
Go.
So you don't need any. Well, I'll do it here, and I'll let you carry on with your demonstration.
Okie dokie, I'll leave that with you then.
And then that way, everyone gets to see, because I'm obviously clearly not a designer, so nobody wants to sit and watch me do it. But well, I wouldn't. I'd want to watch you. So I'd rather watch you do what you're doing.
Okay.
And I can try and do this alongside. I do, as you say.
okay.
But I'm getting on further with this. Look.
Yay!
I've had about 2 minutes to go a wee bit further.
Yeah, see?
I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to take it home and finish it.
Brilliant. You might need a little bit more, and then we can make you do a bracelet.
Yay.
Yeah, that's lovely. So what we're going to do then is...
forgive me, please, excuse me.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Kirby Grip apparently is a brand name.
See, you're in trouble, I'm not.
Other brands of grips are available.
Yes.
I'm sure Boots do their own, and I'm sure Tesco do their own too.
Yeah. So...
Debbie's quickly measured in for Irene as well. Oh, just got in and watching Irene. What is the jig you're using, please? Loving your designs, from Debbie Pepper.
I don't... I know it's done by Clover.
Okay.
So...
You've got a Facebook page?
Yes.
Well, maybe do. We can maybe have a look after
yes.
and work it out.
Yeah, it's a really unusual name. It's High... Leave it with me and I'll make sure you get hold of it.
Yeah.
And I'll, yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
If you're not on Facebook, what I'll do is drop me a if you want to know, call the contact centre. It's a free number. Get them to drop me an email with your email address or your phone number, and I can get back to you once Irene's had a chance to find out, and we'll do that. So if you don't worry if you don't have email, you can do that. Email me ali@tggc.com, and I can get that to you as well. And I'll also put it on Facebook. But if you're not on there, you can still get in contact.
Yeah. I think I am I know I am with the group one, but I'm not sure if it's the as Irene McCarthy on Facebook for
JewelleryMaker.
Yes, so that's a
we'll
job
check
on my
that
list.
for you.
If not, it'll be done by the end of the week, I promise.
Alrighty.
Okay. Rightio, then what we're going to do then is we're going to have we're going to use the 10mm. I think it is 10mm. Am I correct?
Phil, can you just check for me? One was
Yes,
7.5 and the other one.
Yeah, 10mm it is. I'm sure it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to use the 10mm now. You can use whatever colour you want to. Keep it on the reel once again, and all you need really is
15mm was it? Big one's 15 and that was 7.5. Sorry, but you get 10 metres.
Oh, that's
probably where all the
came
numbers have come from.
Oh,
Yep.
there we go.
You get 10 ribbons,
Yep.
and you get 10 metres of each ribbon.
Yeah.
But that millimetre gauge is 15.
Oh,
Perfect.
absolutely marvellous.
Wonderful.
Okay. Yeah. So
German too, apparently.
here we go again. Right, okay, so we have our ribbon of your choice, but it will work with the finer ribbon as well. And all you need is a needle and thread and just one nice gemstone, which I'm using one of the Hematite ones, okay? And what we do then is we take the ribbon. Now this is softer, but you can use it on the Hessian and the wire Hessian that we used to sell, and I think we still have a little bit, you can use that as well. So all different types of our ribbons, you'll be able to use it. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll leave a little tail, and I'm going to fold it like so, like a triangle. And then what I want to do is I'm going to work in a box movement. So that's my first section. Then I'm going to fold it towards me, and it looks a bit like that. Okay, then I'm going to fold it again, and the ribbon will turn over itself because you've got one shiny side and one not, but don't worry. And what we're looking at is a box. Now this is silk, so it will slide a little bit, so this is why I'm using a needle and a thread afterwards to secure it, okay? But what we're doing is literally folding this now, and we're going to go around for a few times. So that's one full square. That's 2, 3. So I've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep, we're nearly there. Let's have a look. So I'm looking for about 4 pleats here, which I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, so I think we've roughly got enough now. Okay, you're going to do it probably a bit more sturdier than I am. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to get my scissors and I'm going to snip about probably 1.5 inches further down. Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to twist just this bit here to try my side to make like a sort of stem to help me. Now this is the tricky bit. You need to hold it, and you're going to have to get this piece and thread it through the little pleats that come through each section. Okay, so there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and there's 4. Now I'm holding it, and I've got that. What we've got to hope is that we can twist this round again, and we can bring it down, and what we need to do is pull this piece so it comes down. There you go. Now it looks a little bit messy then, but what you do is you sort your petals out, and then what I'm going to do is I'm turning it over and I'm going to see if I can rescue a bit of the length. I'm just going to fold that back over, that one back over, and back one over. Then hold the stem again, hold it, there you go, you can see it coming. Now this is really silky, but when it's done it really is effective, okay? So what you need to do is make sure your needle has got a little bit of a knot on the threaded cord, because what you don't want to do is let go of that flower because it's silk. So get your needle, thread it through the 2 ribbons that we're going to class as our stem, pull it through and just wire wrap, but you're doing it with obviously thread. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do it one more time, and we're just going to needle to secure it through. Okay, that's good. Okay, now what I want to do, because it's silk, you can leave them like that if you wanted to, but what I do is I literally get my needle, bring it up through the centre pieces, and then pop it out the front. And this is where I love the idea of the hematite, because the stone is so beautiful.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Oh, it's got such a beautiful shine on it, and it just sort of makes it really classy looking then when you finish it off with one of these.
Yeah, it looks quite expensive sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. So I've put that in there, and then what I want to try and do is show you. Now, because it's out there, instead of us having to take another little C bead or something and go down, if I actually go across the bead and go through the centerpiece here, like that, and pull it through, what I can do then is you don't get to see the whole of the bead as much, because we can put it down sideways then. There you go, like that. Okay. And then what we do is, once again, just wrap twice round, thread it through, and what that will do is it will give you a base onto doing, to use that then, that you'll be able to snip the tail off if you don't want it. Or what we can do is we can show you how to make a little pin brooch or anything like that we've probably got to finish it off, and then that would be it then. And then what you can do is just snip these pieces here like that, and then snip that one to give it a bit of style, and then that'll be like that, and then it's finished.
I love that.
It's dainty, isn't it? It's really pretty and dainty.
It's fab, and it makes me think you could also use it for sort of wedding favours, and maybe you might want that colour for a wedding favour. You might choose a different colour, but that technique you might want to use. Absolutely love it for ribbons, and I think it's going to be so much fun. Loving the hairbands.
But it'd be nice on top of a headband as a cluster of them as well, or a little bracelet, or you can just add it to anything and put as many on as you want.
Purple colour, I think it'd be gorgeous.
It'd be beautiful. Yes, have we got any more time left? Or?
Phil wants to quickly drop in these two treats. Is it the bags, Phil, or is it the and the mesh together or separate? Which first? Well, I want to do the mesh first, because you want to do the bags, don't you? You want to present the bags. So
I love the mesh. I make nice pretty flowers with the mesh as well.
Do you?
Yeah. And that bead that I've just made on the flower, that looks fantastic in the middle of there.
Ah, so you might want to incorporate that as well. I've only got 37 left, so we'll put them as a bundle. There's 37 left of each one. That's quite uncanny, isn't it? 18 metres in each in length. So it's giving you a total of 26, 30, 44 metres? Is that right? My maths might have gone out the window there.
How many's in each one? 10?
It says 18 metre. Oh, 18 millimetre gauge, sorry. Yeah. I thought that was a bit ridiculous.
10 millimetre.
I've just added all your gauges together, so you get 3 metres. 1 metre in each one, and 18 millimetres gauge in each. And they are antique bronze, dark red and black.
Fabulous they are.
They are gorgeous, aren't they? They should be a total of 11.85. But we're going to take them to where? We're going down.
I know how much. Okay. I know how much you used to have to pay for a metre of that. How many?
$6.95.
It's very, very good. Very, very good. And you've got your storages as well. You can use the containers and.
I mean, how much would you pay for a wee pot? At least 50p with a screw lid.
Yeah. You can use those to decorate as well for steampunk and things like that, you see. If you put a little hole in the top of the jar,
make a little hook and hang it down, put a wee letter in it or something.
Yeah, and put,
a key or something.
Clay around it. And
oh, we love these. Not just the ribbon, but the pots too. Now, I haven't got any. Oh, actually, do you know what I'm going to do? If you don't mind, I'm going to dis a bead under the desk and just see if there's any left over of any of them. It might not be the same colour.
It's a great product, because don't forget you can sew on it, you can weave with it again, and if you actually put wire through it, then you can shape it. So you can mould it into petals, or it's great for bridal. Bridal wear is brilliant with these, but the tiaras, if you make a massive hairpiece as a petal, and then you put all drops of pearls coming off, it is absolutely gorgeous. So it's really, really nice. This burgundy colour looks lovely with the it's the peach pearl I used this one for. That was absolutely gorgeous. The black one would be brilliant with the hematite. Oh, we have some. And then also this one, which is the bronzy colour, would look really nice with creams, I think. Creams and browns.
Oh yeah.
They would be lovely with creams and browns.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
And it's called antique bronze, but it's almost like an olivey tone, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
We
Beautiful.
love it.
So I can show you, because we have a little bit of wire here. Where's the thicker gauge wire?
Oh, I'll find you some.
Yeah, I think I've got some here. I found some.
you?
Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, basically, if you make any shape you want to. So if I sort of say I'm going to make a petal, flush colours, here we go. I'm going to make probably just a quick shape of a petal.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do with that is we just bend it over, probably a tool for instance. So we can do that, bring it over like that. And then what we can do is just take that and literally pop it through here. Bring that down. And then what you do then is you twist this round there like that. And then you get this piece and you stretch it and you twist it round here like that. And then as you twist it like that, you bring it down. And then you would actually add on a small wire wrap around it like this. Be tidier than this because this is just a quick way of doing it. But what you would do then is you can shape it. So you'd pull it through like that. And that would make just a small petal. But if you imagine 5 or 6 of those, and where the base is on this one here, Ali, is because it's strong and it's got some extra base to it, I would then use that as a structure to go up and down and add small gemstones in it. And then the main piece here is where I would make that flower. Once I've made about 6 or 7 of these rotating round, I'd use a brooch back, and then I'd have lots of these, so there could be any shape you want. And then what we do in the middle, I would use like that bead one that I'm going to show you if we get time, to make the centre bead on top of it. So you'd have small petals all going round, and I'd probably make 2 or 3 tiers of that, so it fills it out.
So it has,
yeah, and then I'd structure it out and do it that way. So that's just a quick cover case with a small wire to do it, and then you'd have lots of those all, and you can shape them whatever you want. But this stuff will really, really come right out, so you can make massive, massive lightweight ones. And then what you can do is you can cluster it all in together, and you can start twisting it. And once you twist it and shape it, but if you put a light 4mm gauge inside it, what will happen then is you can just start working around with it. Or like we've just done with that one, you can pleat it and you can plait it, and then you can start doing the weave like what I showed you to do there. And when you've put all those together and you've weaved it, once you've put all the structure together, you can start pinching each petal out. Can you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It would start doing it. And as you bring them round, you'd be pulling them out and pulling them out, and you get layers and layers, and then you'd get like a gemstone in the middle. And once you started it, they'd all be popping out and standing out like this then. Like that then.
Perfect, thank
So
you.
you'd have lots and lots of them all popping out and bringing in.
Irene, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
That's
They have
okay.
just completely sold out,
Ah.
which is great if you managed to get it. And if you didn't, well, I'm really sorry.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next
In the
time.
hope.
In the next time.
Phil wanted to present these himself. I think you should, Phil. He wants Irene to do it now.
Oh.
Do you fancy Irene? He's singing "Come On, Irene" in my ear.
I know.
He's got for you. Is it 25?
Oh, fab.
25 bags.
Yeah.
I don't know why he says he wants you to present.
Why would he want me to present?
I don't know. He's obviously decided I have to go home. Philip Powell should be doing this. Philip, get out of here. Come on.
We could do.
What do you mean I don't know what the price is? The point is I'm going to make the price up. That's why I get to produce, right?
Yeah.
He reckons that he can't present it, so you have to present it. He's just going to stand next to you, and I'll go. This is Phil, my producer, looking very smart today. Usually he's quite smart. I'll leave
Phil,
you
how
there.
are you?
Not yesterday.
Not
I was
yesterday.
a mess yesterday.
Yeah, you were a mess yesterday.
Oh dear.
So you got your
I'm going to get to do the price. Yay!
Don't make any mistakes because I'll be in trouble.
Right
Really
then,
don't make a
so
mistake.
what would you like to
I
say
don't know
about
how to-
these bags?
You get 25 of them.
That is amazing,
It is
isn't
when you
it?
see the price.
Okay. I would expect to 25. They're at least 70p each.
70p.
Yeah.
Well, the prices
at
should come on screen in a second if Ali's doing a producing job right.
Wow.
There we go. She hasn't pressed one of the buttons she's meant to press.
Is she going to
Cut the
press that
cards button.
£100 button?
And the price we're going to,
They're good quality as well.
there you go,
though, so
£17.25 for 25 bags.
That's
There you
fabulous
go.
because that's less than £1 each, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty good,
So
isn't
that's
it?
brilliant.
Yeah.
That is brilliant. That's brilliant.
So do you want to take it
So-
to the price we said earlier? The lowest price you can go to.
Oh, I know what you said.
Type it in.
Oh,
Here you
this
go.
is so under pressure.
Press the crash.
What's she done? What's she done? Want it?
Struggling. There you go. It seems it's easier to stand here than it is to do that, isn't it?
Yeah, can she not do it?
Shall I
She's not
press the
doing
button?
it.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, here we go. Here we
There you
go.
Come on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, no. You got
No.
it wrong.
Got to do less. Down, down,
This
down.
is just embarrassing, isn't it?
No, I'm quite enjoying it.
Come on. And again. So I was going to do it.
What, are you going to do it?
I'm going to change
Well,
the
I'm
price.
just thinking how this would make a really nice.
Oh, right, okay. So you're
I'm
there. That's really
I'm
cool.
just sort of flowering it, really. I'm just thinking how
They're still not
we
taking
could
the price
keep.
down.
Oh,
People don't want to pay that much.
come on then, Chuck. How much shall we let them have it for?
Well, I'll give you a hint. It's $6.95.
No, I would have
Yes.
said. Oh, well done. I would have said $9.95. So we have got 25 bags. 25 bags. Marvellous.
Oh, did you not hear me?
No, I couldn't hear anything.
Oh, I thought you could hear me that whole time. That was so. I think executive producer Martha's just come down.
It's not as easy as you think. You know, this isn't as easy. I wasn't quite sure what to say either. Under pressure. Just leave me here, why don't you?
I'm so sorry. I wanted to do a pound at a time and keep going down. And then apparently that would break the system.
Oh, was it? Well, no, because the thing was, we couldn't hear a thing.
Oh, because I was talking away and I thought everybody at home could hear me.
No.
But they'd cut my mic off. So it wouldn't be loud in the gallery. Because you would have feedback, so it would be like, ee.
It just goes to show, though, how we all work well together, because when you're putting somebody else's job, you're not really quite sure, are you?
Well, I've never used that computer. All I can see is price crash buttons and all these different buttons. But executive producer Martha phoned while I was in the gallery and said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Oh, I want to break that." And she went, "You're going to break it." She ran downstairs.
How many red buttons are there? Is there just one red button?
Oh gosh, no, there's like a million.
So-
You can crash by this, a pound. I wanted to keep going down by a pound all the way down, but apparently you can only change the price twice and then that's it. So if I'd done that again, you would have been stuck at like £15.
What scared me was you said about that red button that you can go down £100.
Yeah, that one was there. It says -£1. Am I allowed to tell everyone this? It says -£1, minus £100, and then plus £100, plus £10, plus a pound.
So
I could have gone up.
I didn't want you to go up. We didn't want you to
No,
go up.
neither did I.
No. I'm glad you never pressed the button. It could have been a eject button. Like you get in a car, it could have gone, and I would have gone, Ali, come back, we've got an hour at least yet, don't do it.
It's guest designer Claire. This is hilarious. Smiley face, smiley face. Hi, Claire. Phil, what was I going to ask you? How much is that pennies a bag? Not even 20 pennies a bag. We're talking about this in the business show with Angela the other day, and how presentation can change your perceived value of something. And perceived value is huge. I know it was Warren Buffett, who's thought to be one of the richest men in the world. And he is very much about perceived value, and if you can change somebody's perception of how much something costs, you can charge whatever you want. For example, with mobile phones, you could pay £3,000, £9,000 for a mobile phone. It still does the same functions, but it's got a different shape, case, or it's limited, or but it's still.
But you see, with these, what you've got to remember is the weight of them. For first of all, you've got the gift wrap, which is great. You can use a little bit of tissue paper and wrap it in so they don't sit straight away. But the good thing about this is the cost with the postage as well. You know, it's the presentation, but it's also the cost. So when somebody's making something, if you're making a card, a special card for somebody, you've made a beautiful piece of jewellery, then you want to wrap it gently in that, but you can also put it inside a card and you can post it, especially if you've got family going abroad and you know you're posting it abroad, because the cost of postage is ridiculous. And for the prices we do on JewelleryMaker, if you're not careful, you've paid £7 for a strand of a gemstone. You know, you've literally got one of these free when a certain kit comes. Then that's only cost you £7. Sometimes it costs more than £7 in postage. So, you know.
If you ever, however, want something to be delivered abroad, you can deliver it from us. You can tell us the delivery address. So if you want it to deliver to family, for example, my best friend's in Australia, you can order it from here, but you can get it, as long as you have their address, you can get it delivered to there. So if that would save you the post and back, it'll just be the normal shipping and handling that would be to that country anyway. So you could do that if that would work for you better than getting it home and then posting it if you want to just send them the stones. Obviously, if you want to make it, you'd have to do it home first and do it yourself, but that option's there. I have to go to a really, really short break. You have been amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We've got you've got a challenge, actually.
Yeah, I have.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's
good.
It's grown really quick. You could have a lovely belt with that.
I love it.
Love the colours.
Love, love, love that. I want to find a horse's mane now and do that in it. Don't go anywhere because it's 4 o'clock. You know that
o'clock.
That's the one. Challenge coming up on the other side of this. See you in a sec.
Once your gemstones leave the laboratory, it's then down to the quality control process. This is a really stringent process which is completed by Raleigh and by Ithaca. Random strands are taken from each one of the lots and you get the average size, carat weight and length of each strand. And this is done so that you know the information that you see on your screens is correct.
Okay, today I've been on the wire macrame workshop with Mark Smith. Been an absolutely brilliant day. Found loads of new techniques that I haven't done before with wire and macrame. We've made quite a few different items of jewellery to take away. It's been a real good experience. Great teacher, very patient with us, and we've been having a good laugh. I've done a bit of normal macrame with your satin cords and that, but with the wire it's a totally new aspect for me and I've found it absolutely amazing.
Gripping the end of the wire with your round nose pliers, make a small loop. Then, taking your flat nose pliers, place the loop in the jaw of the pliers and press down. Slowly bring your wire round in a half circle motion. You'll need to do this bit by bit and tease the wire into place. You may need to keep adjusting your pliers. Repeat the process until you have your desired effect.
If you have a question or query for JewelleryMaker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
If you miss a JewelleryMaker show, then simply go to our YouTube page where you'll be able to find hours of JewelleryMaker footage. Search by show, date or type. Alternatively, search by guest designer by using our playlist page. You can also find hours of tutorials with handy hints and tips to give you inspiration. Our YouTube page is updated on a daily basis, so you can access any show at any time. Stay in touch with JewelleryMaker.
Are you ready for this? Do 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 do.
Song now.
Irene, if you saw my face drop, I was watching Irene undo my entire head. I was like, no!
Sorry.
No.
Did you want to keep it?
Yeah.
Sorry. I'll do it for you again. Good practice. Oh, you've been so nice to me. I'll just put it back together for you. Just
no, it's fine, it's fine. Leave it, it's fine.
Oh,
I wouldn't have been allowed it anyway. It's not mine. Right, okay, Phil, okay. I've got 4 o'clock challenge, which is my WWE dance. I'm Ellie Defoy. It's really good to see you. We have got 1 hour left with you on the Design Inspiration Show. Not even that. Irene's working on a challenge for us. It looks gorgeous. I got a sneak peek a minute ago. You're going to love it. I'm going to recap some fancy sapphires, rubies, emeralds coming up for you. A superb treat. This was on earlier on the in the morning show. The gorgeous Lara Delou, a dear friend of mine, very kindly took the time to show this to you with a rose quartz strand. It's an aquamarine strand. There's not a big quantity, but I will bring it to you. The whole purpose of the Genuine Gemstone Company bringing you treats like this is to try and bring you as much as we can. Are you using our studio as a cut-through, Head of Operations Mark Jackson? Okay. Hiya, Barry. Are you serious? You're just using our studio?
I was a bit scared in case you got to tell us that.
We didn't take any of your stuff. It is not JewelleryMaker who takes stuff, Mark Jackson. And can I just say, Head of Operations Mark Jackson, you know those gem scoop chairs that they have in the sister channel? You know who have the lovely scoopy stools they get to sit on? Can we get one for JewelleryMaker, please?
I'll get you one, just because you are.
Because I've asked like for a year now if we can have the same scoopy chair. You sit in and it scoops you in.
I will sort one out.
You will sort one out. Are you promised? Because you've just said that on television now.
On live television, I will sort you out a chair.
Thank you. Why is there a bunny rabbit on the board?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. Apparently JewelleryMaker nabbed the board. I don't remember doing it, but anyway.
I thought he was coming to tell you off.
So did I.
I didn't know who he was.
It's our Head of Operations.
Oh, thank you.
He's got the most amazing South African accent. I love it. I could listen to him talk all day. Right, sorry, what one? Box 1. All right, I'm on it. These, 650 carats. Now, what was I going to tell you? Yes, 4 o'clock hour. I'm very quick on it because I want to bring you as many treats and as much variety as possible. That doesn't mean you need to rush, but some of them quantities are very low. I'll point it out when they are. Call me whenever you want. The code is there. You still get your 30-day money-back guarantee. Your card isn't usually charged till it's due to be shipped anyway. Code on this one is QVGP69. 25mm squares. They're gorgeous, crazy agate. We haven't had this for a while, and they're only $6.95. 4 o'clock hour is almost a little bit like a crazy clearance section, but we're not really allowed to call anything clearance, so we don't do that unless it's officially confirmed. So I'll just call it 4 o'clock challenge. But you know what that means if you're regular. I would wink, but I can't. £6.95. I can't wink. Let's not go there though. I have tried all weekend. I can't do it. It's not funny, Leah. It's really hard, and I can't whistle either. No, can't wink and I can't whistle. I can't wink. Can't do it. Right, Phil, have we got many or not? It's gone. Okay, we didn't have many of those. We only had 5. Oh. 4 chains. I only have 5 of these available. I'm sorry about the small quantity, but we need to clear the vault. So I've got a Figaro chain. I've got a big sort of extender chain idea. I'll read what it says on the screen. Twisted oval link chain of 4x3mm. Triangle oval link chain, goodness me, at 3x2mm. Round link chain, approximately 2mm. So that's that one there. I don't know if you can see that. And then you've also got yourself the twisted link chain at 3mm oval centre and a 7x3mm. That's also known as a Figaro chain. So you get a metre of each one, 4 metres in total. There's a close-up of each one. And that's looking at, £12.95 for 4 metres. Rose gold, now they're plated again. They're not just coloured, they are actually plated. So that will be selling out, so do check it out if you can, if you fancy that one. I'm sorry it's a small quantity, but again, we do need to clear the vault out. So, love these. These are amazing. Blue Chalcedonies. I've got 7 available of them. Small quantity again, so sorry about that, but we do have bigger quantities coming up for you. These, delicious. Don't know if you can see, but they have the most amazing druzy effect on them. That's natural, that effect on there. And they're all natural stones as well, colour-wise too. Look at that. You have got 22 by 18 mil all the way up to 41 by 22 mil. Sorry, 25 mil. You have yourself a full 30-day money-back guarantee with everything. HPGP37 is the code on these ones. We're going to go on a drop price for you. First time they've ever been on air on their own. You've only ever been able to see them as a bundle opportunity or a kit. So $9.95 on their own. So it's the last few in stock. You get a full strand, full length. It's plenty. Oh, I love the way that the cord, that's just a temporary cord in there. Shows you actually how big the drill holes are. But I love how that can feature through the middle if you wish as well. Or you could have a head pin, something on either side. Oh, sorry, yes I have. I'm going to take my chain off from the Sterling Silver Findings pack. I had it on earlier. Is it bumping off my microphone? Forgive me. Oh, it wasn't. You just wanted to make sure I took it off and didn't take it home. Thanks, Tom. Security Tom. I didn't realise that was your new title. From director to security. Don't search me! Empty my pockets. Don't have any pockets. I come to work with no pockets, so I can't do that. Otherwise, I'd probably get caught a lot. Right. Aquamarine, let's do it. 6 available. It was seen this afternoon. Oh gosh, look at that. It looks quite lovely with purple. What do you reckon? Mike, you came in there like you were very suspicious there.
Yeah, I was asked to come in.
You were asked to come in, but you don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh, Leah, why was he asked to come in? Well, Leah's winking at me. Don't do that, because I can't wink back. I can't wink back. I have to have my mouth really wide. I can't do it. How gorgeous are these? I mean, one of these for me would completely change the price point. Just one in a stretchy bracelet or on a pearl necklace with one of these. For me, I think to be able to add in a totally natural aquamarine.
Beautiful.
Do you think?
That'd be lovely with those nice white pearls you made earlier as well.
Oh yeah.
I'd like them.
Honestly, I would separate them and have one single piece.
Yeah, I think you're right.
8 mil, 150 carats, natural aquamarine. There's only 5 of them. £35 apparently is our should-be price. We're not going to stay there. It's great to get around an aquamarine. I know that sounds really odd, but usually you get quite lovely nuggets and different sort of shapes. But first time these have ever been reduced in price. Have always been $34.95. They're now $27.95, but there are only 5 left. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's 22, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's 32, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's 40, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 52 approximately. So for 52 aquamarines, I would be happy to add on more than £1 for each one in a bracelet or in a pearl necklace. That would be £52 if you just added £1 for adding that onto a bracelet, which I think is a minimum.
I'd like those just as a probably 1 drop earring.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, a delicate necklace, a nice chain with just a few probably dropping down. Yeah,
Can you imagine a classic sapphire at the top, or a couple of those at the top?
Yeah.
And then you had your aquamarine.
Oh, look at that.
How delicious
Beautiful.
would that be?
That is really, doesn't that make it look really classy with that sapphire either side of it? There's something about the sapphire with the depth of it, like a navy colour, when you put that with anything, but when you're putting it with that, that is really high class. I'm loving that.
Love that. We only had 5 of these aquamarines. Nice. Treat yourself when you can. You could be really indulgent and have an entire necklace and have something like this dropping off the bottom. Oh, I've put it. Oh, sorry, it's double side faceted. Like the soft greens, or we have white as well. Beautiful. Enjoy that. I'm going to jump into now. Cappuccino agate. I love these. How many? 30 available of these. So we've got a bigger quantity. This I love. Having never been seen on their own, only ever been in a kit or a bundle. It's your first chance to own them.
Aren't they
on their
smooth?
They're really smooth. They're lovely. They're polished for you. 40 by 30 millimeter agates. They're 450 carats across them, and there's what, 2, 4, 6, 8. Bear in mind I've counted that backwards and in reverse, but I think you get 8 on there. Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep. They're really sizable. 40 by 30 mil is usually the size of most of our cabochons. They are not cabochons because they're flat on both sides, but you could treat them like a cabochon if you wished. I adore them. Oh, no wonder went for 2 in Northamptonshire. Lovely to see you and congratulations. Would these work for the back of your tortoise, Phil, or would it need to be an oval? Phil wanted to make a wirework tortoise.
Oh, that's a good idea. I don't know why he wants to make that, but I think that would be really good as the shell.
No, we don't know either why.
Is it going to be probably a trinket box or something?
No,
like
I think
that?
he just wanted one of our guest designers to make it with some wire because we did seahorses and dolphins and dragonflies, and he just thought, he just wanted to come out of his shell.
That's Alison, isn't it, who did that? Yeah. Oh,
Alison and Rachel and lots of our guest designers do lots of sort of animals and different things, but yeah.
I did have an idea of one with, you know, the braid actually.
Don't tell Phil, he'll make you make it. He's already got Deb Rudge now onto a suit for him out of chain.
Mind you, I keep looking at her earmuffs and I keep thinking I'm going to make those with a nice Callanash weave on them because they're stunning, aren't they?
Make what? Our earphones?
Yeah.
I love your earphones.
Yeah, look
Can
at
we
them.
show you all Leah's earphones? Because we keep talking about them and you don't get to see them. Can you see?
They're really trendy, really posh. Look at that.
Get to see. There they are.
Yay, look at
How cool are they? It's like the JewelleryMaker logo.
Yeah. They're beautiful.
Love those, Leah. Thank you so much. Try and check those out when you can. Love, love, love. Soft copper wire. How many? 0.8 mil gauge. 130. Oh, we've got a good quantity. Perfect. So sorry we have had some smaller quantities, but we need to clear some volts. But we also have volt locations. Sorry, well, we do have more than 1 volt in all fairness. 10 meters for you. Gold-plated copper soft wire. 0.8 millimeter in gauge. Love it. Our gorgeous Gemma Crow would love this, I imagine. She's on the Late Show. What? I'm on the Late Show. I didn't get Gemma Crow. She was only asked today, about 3 hours ago. She's a superstar, Gemma Crow, isn't she? So yeah, Gemma has done plenty of designs with different types of wire. In fact, talking of copper, we've got bare copper jump rings on Friday, haven't we? That's coming up with Fleur. That's going to be fun. Good job, actually. It was our channel manager today that pointed out that Father's Day isn't until the 21st of June. I thought it was this Sunday, and it's almost because my father's birthday is on the 6th of June, and it tends to be the Sunday either just before or just after his birthday every year.
Is it late then?
Is it what, sorry?
Is it late then this year?
I think it's late.
I thought it was about the 20th though.
It's the 21st it is. Maybe it's just me.
Oh.
But yeah, our channel manager was like, Ali, you do know it's not until the 21st. I was like, oh, awesome, I've got longer to sort it out then. $6.95. Wow. Nice. Having only ever been seen in a kit or in a bundle, never been seen on its own, first time for you to get it. So if you've seen it before and thought, I love that, but I don't need everything else it's with, I've either got it or I wouldn't use it. Sometimes I appreciate if you wouldn't use something, you might want to sell it or offer it to friends or give it as gifts. If it's a great deal, you think, but you maybe wouldn't use it. These have never been seen, as I say, on their own. It's first time. Got over 100 of them, or should I say we had over 100 of them. So do give us a wee call. If there's something you see and something you like, and if you've got any questions about it, or you need help with it, you think, I like it, Ali, what am I going to do with it? Or if you want to see if it worked with the particular thing that you're doing, please do ask. If myself or the guest designer don't know, we will find out for you. We do always try and help. The whole purpose of me being here, and of course, especially our guest designer, is that if you have any questions, that we can answer them for you, or at least find out the answer for you. If we can't give it to you right now, we could either go and call you back or find out and let you know on Facebook. But for £6.95, for a full 10 meters of copper gold-plated soft wire. We don't do it very often. When we do, it always tends to sell out in a kit, which is why it's only ever really been seen in a kit. The first time it's been seen on its own is just now. So if you wish to take advantage of it, by all means, please do. There is a good quantity of it. We had about 100. I probably got about 50 to 25 left, but there is still a good quantity. Free to call me on the phone lines, free to join me on the web, JewelleryMaker.com. I imagine you pay for your website, web provider already, unless you're like my next door neighbour and they use your own. No, they don't. I'm joking, I'm winding you up. I don't really. I'm not really. Well, I don't know if they do. I hope they don't. That was just me trying to be funny. What one's next? Oh, love it. Sorry. I used to always do that when I was younger. To fill a silence, I would make that little noise. Forgive me, sorry. Forgot it was on the television for a second there. Sorry, Mum. Do you have something you do to fill a silence? No. Is that just me?
Who, me?
Anyone? When it's silent and everybody's just not doing anything, do you ever, I used to sit and go just randomly, make a noise. Do you do anything?
Well,
no.
nothing.
You would hum?
I'm not very good at being silent. I'm always quieter when I'm doing my jewellery, so that's probably why I do a lot of it. I hum, I think I sometimes go la 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 la. That's it. That's it.
Gemma Crow! We love you! Gemma Crow's in the studio. Sorry, Gemma. There she is. Look at that gorgeous lady. Yay! You're on the late show, check you. With like 3 hours notice.
Last minute.
What's that all about?
Yeah, you know.
What, you coming to get a beating tray?
Pinch some things. Yeah,
I've
I've been waiting to get in here.
Been waiting to get, come in anytime, you're welcome. More than welcome. Love Gemma Crow. Gemma Crow's on Twitter now, you can follow her, Gemma Crow.
Thank you,
I love it. I have. Yes, I know. 'Cause I'm following her.
Following me.
Not like following her about, but it's called following on Twitter. Sapphire for you. No, Swiss topaz, forgive me. Swiss blue, 90 points. So it's just shy of a carat. Now, it's not meant to be sitting squint. It's purely because I've not set it. Because what you're going to get is the ring, which has already got faceted topaz in there. It's an octagon shape to fit a 7x5mm octagon cut gemstone. It's sterling silver of 925 and it's a size 5, which is also known as a J to K or a size small. Now, if I put that in there, this is an exact size stone to fit, says she. It won't fit in perfectly because you need to just adjust the prongs and set it, but it's a 7x5mm faceted Swiss blue topaz. To go with it, you get an authenticity certificate. So what we're offering you simply is a loose gem from our gem collector channel. Look at that, it's gorgeous. It's been faceted for you. It says an octagon cut, but it's actually got squared off corners like an emerald cut, I would suggest. There's your little authenticity certificate to certify what it is. This is an example of it. If I peel that back, you'll get to see the size of it. Well, what you would do is just pop it out. Can you see? You can see faintly the outline there, can't you? So you pop that out as a little card. I'm going to do it for you actually now that I've said that. So there you go. Pop out the gemstone. So here's your certificate. Certified of authenticity there. And there you have your gemstone. Okay, you'll probably get a little pot as well to keep it in. I got a little pot the other day and I didn't even buy a loose gemstone. So it's a little pot that has almost like a film in it that suspends the gem in the middle, so it's not, when you put the lid on, it doesn't squash it, it doesn't bash it. It's like a sort of, almost like, it's not polythene, it's stretchy. I don't even know what it is.
It's a little storage box, isn't it?
A little storage box,
yeah,
but it's got
like a seal over the top
it
to keep it secure and clear, and
it doesn't touch, the gemstone doesn't touch the plastic of the pot at any point. It's suspended in the middle. It's great. And then you get all of these stickers as well. Now these are from our sister channel, Gem Collector. If you talk to the contact centre, you can if you wish. I think it's £4, £5 maybe for you to get the book that's a Gem Collector book, and it allows you to collect different cuts, different gemstones, different colours of different gemstones, and that's what all these stickers are for. You put them in the book. It's like it's a collecting book. You collect different gems and you can fill it out. We don't have any in the studio because we don't usually do it in here, but it's on our sister channel, Gem Collector. So we've borrowed this and we're going to give it to you. It's going down in price from £21.90. Wait till you see the reduction. We're basically going for just the gem alone, right? £12.95.
Wow.
And £21.90. If you buy them separately, it's £21.90, but Because we know many of you have never set gemstones before, or might need the gem setting toolkit, which we had on the other day, which did sell out, you might wish to give it a go yourself. On the website, JewelleryMaker.com, there is a tutorial on how to set your own gemstones. But that's an idea
Isn't that lovely?
of how it would look. But we didn't have any gem setting toolkits, otherwise I would have set it for you today to show you throughout the show. Now that's not sitting flush, purely because you need to adjust the prongs so it fits in. But the size is perfect for the setting and the ring, and it's down to 12.9. So if you've never tried it before, it's a time for you to try it.
Yeah, it's just a matter of using the pushing tool, isn't it, basically?
Yeah.
Prong to put and do your opposite sides, so it helps balance the stone out.
Absolutely.
I have done a few before. I haven't done loads of, but I went on a silversmith course. But the way that you've got that there, so beautiful, isn't it?
It's lovely that you've got the addition of faceted topaz on the shoulder. You've got that open shoulder design in there as well, so it doesn't look like a chunky piece, but you do have a lot of silver, so you've still got the silver weight without the chunky feel. It almost reminds me of, forgive me, almost reminds me of when you see the Venetian masks, or the masks from sort of Romeo and Juliet. Those shoulders give me that sort of elegance and sort of fancy party feel to them. Solid band. It's got a 925 sterling silver stamp inside the band, as well as, I imagine, a TGGC stamp, which stands for the Genuine Gemstone Company, which is who we are part of. It's just where my thumb is, just there, but you'll be able to see that with them. You can see it with your naked eye, but you can see it with the jeweler's loop. And do you want me to hold it again, see if you can see it a wee bit better? We'll try and zoom in on that if possible. Lots of you have got it already. If you just want the loose stone, you've got that. If you just want the ring, if you're never going to set it yourself, you could get it set by somebody else. It'll literally take a couple of minutes. It won't take long to set it. Have you got any excerpts of the video? We did show it the other day, but I don't know how difficult or hard it is for our director to find that in such short notice. But we'll have a look just to see. There's a TGGC, stands for the Genuine Gemstone Company. Next to it is your 925 stamp. So the video should be about gem setting. How to set your gemstones. It was Hannah Oxbury who did the video, if my memory serves me correctly, who's one of our gemologists and head of the buying team, which you can read about actually in this month's Scoop magazine. So Janet and Jeanette, I've got Cheryl, Pauline, Graham, Avril, Jennifer's in there, Sandra, Pippa, lots of you in there as well. Thank you for joining us. But a gorgeous treat. If you get it home, and within 30 days, or just before 30 days, because you get 30 days to make your mind up, if you decide you got it home and you're not going to do it, and you're not going to make it, and you think, actually, I did that, but I'm not even doing anything with it, you can post it back. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee. But if you think, Ali, I reckon I'm going to give that a go, they're about to sell out, so enjoy it. But do have a look on the website, JewelleryMaker.com. If you don't have access to the internet, local libraries will have internet for you there to have a wee look on, and you can have a wee look in the video. Or if you need extra help, I'll see what I can do if there's any way of me getting something to you. Alrighty? Oh, I love this class. First time I saw it today. Sorry, I get an itchy face. Don't know why. Oh, this is amazing. Have a look at this. I reckon you're going to love this, Irene, if you haven't already seen it. It's the second chance it's ever been seen. I love it. Have a look at this.
Oh, very
This is
nice.
a clasp, a 925 sterling silver clasp. Says it on both sides. Look at the in there. You have got for your 6mm flat cord. You get one set. That's how it comes separately. That's a set. Fits in here and closes like that. Almost looks like Santa's sledge. Santa's sleigh.
Do you know, it's not often I see a nice clasp like that, and to think it's sterling silver, that is amazing. That's brilliant.
Specifically for your ribbons, seems as we're on a kind of predominantly ribbon show today.
Oh, I like that.
Do you like it?
Really.
It's got lovely movement to it.
I'd have it as the feature.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think I'd do my braid, whatever braid it was, and then that would be my feature.
Really stylish.
Definitely show that off. It's beautiful.
I haven't seen anything like it. Oh look, it looks like a
and it's
thing on my
unisex as
head.
well, isn't it? You wouldn't just have that for a lady, it would be for a man as well.
Oh,
It wouldn't be
absolutely.
just, yeah, definitely.
Quite a stylish wasp watch clasp.
Yeah, nice.
So if you did something similar to the braid you had for your watch,
yeah, that'd be brilliant.
use a watch face,
Yeah.
with the ribbon, and then have something like this.
Oh yeah, I like that. If I was at home, I would buy that, definitely. I'd probably buy a couple, to be fair.
Well, price point wise, $12.95.
That's really good.
Now you can't feel the gram weight here, but it's very, very substantial.
That is very
it's
good.
solid. It feels solid. I know obviously you've got the gap there to fit your 6mm flat braid, but
And it'd be good for chainmail as well.
a Viking knit.
Yeah,
Did you show me that in there?
yeah, definitely.
Ribbon cord endings, macrame. Maybe if you want to do a gents piece and you don't want it to finish with a macrame knot,
Yep,
you might want to feed
definitely.
that in.
Definitely.
There are 7 in
Beautiful.
baskets. Join me when you can. Elle is in there. Ruth has gone for 3 in East Sussex. I think they're fantastic. I've not seen anything like them.
I really like that.
They've got great movement to them.
Definitely.
So of course, if it is on the wrist in particular, obviously most of our wrists have a curve to them, you've got that opportunity for it to fit lovely and snugly without it disconnecting. And again, it's just the same as a normal T-bar clasp where you would tilt it, turn it to get it in. That almost to me looks like a really stylish cufflink.
Yeah, definitely. You probably could, you know, use half, but you wouldn't want to, would you? Not, no.
Oops.
That's definitely a feature piece. I love that. I do like that.
Love it or love it. For $12.95, is by any chance, I know it's a silly question because we don't tend to do this, but is by any chance there a gram weight on it? There's a 925, a very clear 925 stamp on each individual component to the clasp. If only I had some scale. I'm actually going to ask that. I know we don't do post show notes anymore, but I'll ask if we can get scales in the studio just as a guideline. It won't be an exact, but just as a sort of approximation. Because if you could feel it, I'm going to let you feel it actually, so you can see how you feel. Irene, sorry, I'm not allowed to move. But
oh, that's really nice.
it's substantial, isn't
That
it?
is quite heavy, yeah.
It's more than I
would
would
be a
expect
really
an average
good
ring
piece.
to be
Definitely.
for each half. For me, that's like the equivalent of 2 wedding bands, which is a couple of grams each.
I'm going to write the code down.
Thank you.
I like that.
Green amethyst concave cut. Oh, it's on the T-bar. Oh yeah, these ones. Love them. Had a look at them earlier. These were the ones I was showing with the aquamarine. Oh, you get loads, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 on here approximately. Oh, they're all the same size, which is great if you're doing sort of a mixture of the same design. If you want to do a mixture of different colours of gems with that one drop. 15 by 11 mil for each one. There's a 15 centimetre strand. What do you mean we can do something crazy?
Nice.
They are considered purchase at $47.95, yes. But look at what you've got. Could you do that facet fill? I couldn't even have the time to do that facet. Look, as in, I couldn't have the patience to perform that concave facet on there.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
Just one of them.
Oh, yeah. On a silver chain.
We had a silver chain earlier.
Yeah. Yes.
You can't take off £20 when it's never been anything other than $47.95, Phil.
Wow.
You did show me direct to Tom, yes. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So you get 10 of them. We've just taken £20 off the price. Now, how can we do that, Phil? Because even I'm struggling and I work here.
I don't understand it.
How long have they
Stop
been in the
asking.
building? Since February.
Wow. I've been here since, yeah. No. I think my first, was it not November?
Maybe.
I think it was November. I can't remember.
No, I don't
No,
think
but
Irene
me.
is saying she's been in the building since November. I think she has gone home at some point.
Sorry, I'm concentrating on what
No, they're like, she's not been in the building since
No.
February, November. She's not found the exit by now.
No, it needs to come
You
out.
lot.
Are you keeping up with us? Are you keeping up with me?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Oh dear.
27, that's £20 off, purely because it's been in the build. Now, let's do some calculations here, because I want to work out how 31 of them times $47.95. Original price. 1,486. But it's been in the building February, March, April, May, 4 months. It's now into June. So 4.5 months it's been in the building. So that's over £1,000 worth of stock just sitting there for 4 months.
No.
Who can afford to do that? Not us.
No.
So Phil has been allowed to reduce the price by £20, which is losing how much? 27.95 times 31. Sorry, Phil.
Yeah, it needs to share the love, doesn't
That's £620 we've lost.
Wow.
So but we're turning it into cash that we can buy other gemstones with, as opposed to it just sitting in the stock. So maybe at that price point, it just wasn't right. We bought it, it's right for what it is, don't get me wrong, I don't believe that it should be £27.95, but maybe for what you'd set aside or budgeted for gemstones, maybe you hadn't budgeted £47.95 for a green amethyst of this sort of calibre, so we've dropped it to that price because we appreciate it's been in our stock, maybe the pricing wasn't right for what you wanted to spend, we've reduced it, yeah we've lost a lot of money, but we'll lose more money if it just sits in the vault, because it's already been in there for 4 months. So, enjoy it if you decide to go for it. You know you've got your 30-day money-back guarantee, and if it's not right for you, not a problem. Of course, it's not EJ, or you may say J, ZC07. All right, Director Tom. Thought we were friends, but no. What do you mean you may say J? Everyone says J but you. Well, if you're Scottish, you might say J, because that's what we get taught at school. Right. T-bar, cute. Oh, I love these. These been on the TV once. We only get 20 minutes left. Need to get a sugar on. Right, have a look. Totally natural clear quartz. Now usually clear quartz like this tends to be heated.
They're beautiful.
Love them or love them?
The cut and they are very, very classy. You don't need anything else with those, just restrand them, put the end beautiful silver connection on the end of that, and you're done. That is stunning.
Stunning or stunning. We're in love. 35 carats of clear quartz, 10 millimeter, sorry, yeah they are, all 10 millimeter and 16 centimeters. So if we put this into context of the average engagement ring, size wise, it's about 5 mil. Let's have a look on here.
That would look beautiful on a bride, wouldn't it?
Woo!
Wow.
Imagine that as a 10 millimeter ring. And with the drill hole on there, you could do a 4-prong or 6-prong setting,
yes,
and use a drill hole for security if you're not up on your settings yet. But because it's got a pavilion on there as well, it's a double pavilion gem, which means that pointy bit's got 2 coolies either side. They will be gorgeous stud earrings. You know that shop that has a swan as the emblem? And they have gemstone rings like this for like 200 and odd pounds, £190.
Yep.
And for crystal. Sorry, they're not gemstones, you're right.
They're only cut glass,
Phil.
yeah.
They're just sort of cut crystal.
Yep.
Which is lovely because it's Swiss.
Yep.
But for £27.95, I have the lowest price ever for you coming up. They've only been seen once, so let's drop it to the lowest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 approximately. To £17.95. £10 off on a first come, first served basis. So with only 35 available, treat yourself. CZZ C90. Gorgeous or gorgeous. You get brilliance, you get scintillation, you get clarity. What I'm so impressed by is the fact that they're natural, because usually they would be heated to get you that clarity and to get that quality in a clear quartz. 35 carats across approximately 11 stones. Let's just count again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yep, 11. I adore these.
You know, for that price, you must have shops buy from here to actually sell individual ones of those in their shop, because they are high standard, aren't they?
Oh, they're the highest we've got in faceted concave facet, absolutely. Calibrated to the calibre we would have and sell in our finished jewellery in our sister channel. On the table, gold wire, and you need to get these are fab. Gold wire for you, I have is that 50 metres? There's a lot on here. Head pins and eye pins for you. I'll just show those to you now. Here we go. Ooh. There's your eye pins. Phil, my producer Phil's getting upset. He's not been allowed to take the price down. The computer is not working. So in the middle, you've got, sorry, Leah's looking at your eye pins, forgive me. You've got your eye pins, which have a 3mm eye, and you get 100 of them. You've got your head pins with the 40mm, 44mm for the head pins with the 3mm flat round. You get 100 of those. So that's 200 eye pins and head pins together, 100 of each, plus 0.6mm wire and 50 meters. Now, supposed to be £19.85. Phil can't take the price down. The graphics are on the screen. IQGC23 is the code. What I would say to you is, Phil, if you tell me, because this has happened many a time in our sister channel, and what my producer suggested to me last time, I don't know if this works on JewelleryMaker, but it may, is that you tell me the price you were going to go to, we contact the call centre, confirm that price, and if they can change it, you can get it. Well, that worked before. It was going to be £11.95. You won't be able to get it on the web because it's broken. But if producer Phil contacts the call centre and confirms that he wants to take them to £11.95, they should be able to adjust that for you. I say should. I cannot promise it, and please don't have a go at the call centre if it doesn't happen. Don't say, Ali said! But it's worth a try, right? As opposed to £19.85, if we can get it to £11.95, great. If it can't happen, then we'll just have to do it another day. I do apologise about that, but we'll give it a call. We'll give it a try. Pliers, 3 lots of pliers. Let's do it. Have a look at these. So I apologise for that, but we'll do everything we can to make it possible. It is annoying, isn't it? But we'll see what we can do. Comfort grip for you on each of them. We've got a 5-inch chain nose pliers. We've also got the flat nose pliers 5-inch as well, and the side cutters also. So there's the side cutters, the chain nose pliers are in the middle, and the flat nose pliers are on the end. So you may already have a toolkit from us with a set of pliers. Many of our guest designers like to use 2 flat nose pliers, or a chain nose and flat nose pliers together. Lots of you might have it in your kit that you take to and from different places. If you jewellery make on the go, you might want to have some in your at home, where maybe your beadery or maybe in your stash. Maybe you want to take some with you, have some as your travelling ones. Or maybe you just want to get a new set, or maybe you've never tried this before and you don't want to get an entire toolkit, but you want to get a few tools just to have a wee go at, see if you like it or not. You get your 30-day money-back guarantee. Obviously, you're probably not supposed to use them within that 30-day money-back guarantee, but...
The thing is, they're only pair, aren't they? The handles aren't too big. Some people don't like really long handles on their toolkits. And also, if you're doing workshops, then the prices that we have them for, it's always best to get a couple of pair. And if you're travelling, you don't always want to take your really expensive sets with you. So these are a great economical price to use, aren't they? Nice tools. Got a good grip on them.
As much as I said, you shouldn't use them. Look at this. Usually, I haven't told you this. This is on all 3 of them. Have a look at this. Usually, there's a staple here, but there isn't. So just slide this off. Get them out. Now, as long as you don't damage them, you can give them a wee play. Because I appreciate you might want to hold them in your hand, see if you like them. I wouldn't do jewellery making with them, because that would be wrong. But you can get them out. Right. Yeah. I would want to have a wee play. See if they feel comfortable in my hand, see if they're light.
Definitely.
I wouldn't just work with anything, because obviously then you've used them and I don't want them to damage, because then you can't send them back. Not that you're going to damage them, but you know what I mean. But if you do that, I'm not doing anything, Phil. You're not on the phone anymore.
No, you're right, because there are ones that it's not necessarily the price with some of the tools either, is it? It's actually the way that you feel in your hand with them.
Exactly. And then, look, just close it back. Squeeze it. Look. Oh, it's not being touched.
It hasn't been touched.
Usually they have a staple at the top. You can still get in though, even when it's got a staple. I love it. Everyone in the warehouse will be getting their staple guns out, stapling everything now I've said that. I can't promise yours. Well, yeah, I pretty much can say yours won't come with a staple, because if these don't, then they're all the same. £8.95 for the 3. Boom! Loving your work, producer Phil. One more treat. Only one. What do you mean I can pick? I want to pick it all. Pink one. It's so pink. Gorgeous. Pink tourmaline. Wait to see this. This is beautiful. I really want to do this one too. Could we not just like put the graphics for the pink one at the bottom as well? Both pink. Pink tourmaline, hot pink for you. That's strawberry pink. It's like a raspberry strawberry jam, this one. Oh, a little bit like stewed rhubarb. Lovely.
Yeah.
2 by 1 millimeter for you in the size. They go up to 7 by 1 mil. 85 carats on this and an 86 centimeter strand. I chose it because it's gorgeous, and because on our sister channel I got a necklace with a silver clasp. It was $19.95 of 18 centimeters of 18 centimeters. It was a full necklace. Was it inches? 18 inches. Yeah, it's about 18 inches, I think. Necklace of this gemstone, and it's it was £20.
Wow.
With a silver clasp. Now I've got this much, and I can make my necklace at least twice. So that's about 40, well, more than twice actually. I can make 2 in a bracelet, and that's without an extended clasp on. Imagine that with some pearls.
Beautiful.
Totally natural pink tourmaline. It's beautiful. Very collectible. Arguably one of the rarest varieties of tourmaline, next to rubellite, Paraiba tourmaline, and indicolite, which is a very rare variety of tourmaline, which doesn't sound like tourmaline, but it is. £10.95. It shows that the price on the sister channel was fabulous. And that was staff discount, may I point out. Sheila's in Cornwall, 2 have gone to you. Veronica's in, Heather's in, new callers are in, Elizabeth's in. Great to see. Thank you for joining me today. I really do appreciate your company. And I'm really pleased if we managed to see and bring something that you fancied, whether it be just enjoying Irene's brilliant demonstrations, just enjoying her talking about what she's been making, or whether it be making along with her, or just getting involved in the show, whether it be watching the show or making something at home while you're watching us. But either way, the fact that you've taken the time, whether it be for a few minutes, 5 minutes, an hour, or the entire show, you've tuned in, and that means the world to me. So thank you very, very much for spending your afternoon with us. I know Irene has many, many followers who've taken the time to tune in today just to see her. So thank you for that. We really, really do appreciate it, because without you, none of us would be here. And as much as I have a great team, it's you that makes this show happen. So thank you very, very much. I'll leave those with you. MDSF57. If you're new to the channel and you always wonder why I look up there, it's because I've got a big plasma screen that shows me what you're about to see. Hold on, I'm just going to grab my sapphire. So yes, so that's why I'm always looking up there, if I am. It's lovely to see. This is Irene, if you just tuned in. This is Irene and I's first ever show together in Design Inspiration. Irene has been on before though, you'll see her if you're very regular. But have you enjoyed yourself today?
I have, yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, it's gone really quick. It's lovely.
I love it.
I love it.
I love what you've made with the sapphire strand.
Do you know, they actually go a long way, because they're so dainty and delicate, but they're strong in colour, and you don't need a lot to make it a statement. But I found this beautiful wire mesh tube underneath that I know one of the designers was using yesterday.
Yeah, we had one just yesterday, didn't we?
I just used that, because that way you could make 2 for the price of one, really, couldn't you?
Absolutely.
And it's beautiful, and it's just a simple technique where all I've done is put, you know, just the 2 pieces together, just to prove that you can make a beautiful, dainty, classy product, and I love it. And I've still got all this. I've still got all that left. So I've just put a crimp on the end of there so that they don't go flying and fall off.
Yeah. Do you want to lose your sapphires, do you?
Oh, they're gorgeous. Really, really gorgeous. Really nice. I think
Love or love?
if I had time, I probably would have made maybe 2 or 3 of those.
And stacked them up.
Yeah, and randomly did them opposite, and I think that would have been really nice. And with
Gorgeous.
the earrings, just a simple set of findings with those earring
wires.
Yeah,
the shepherd
because I tried the larger, more shaped ones, and they just didn't suit it. So simple is best,
Simple.
I think. Yeah.
I think, as you say, when you have a gemstone of this calibre, it's really about the gemstone, so you don't need to do too much. So if you're looking at this thing, and Ali, I can't think of any fancy designs. You don't necessarily have to be fancy. Something simple. Kumihimo, for example, if you just add in the odd one now and again. I mean, how many people own a Kumihimo bracelet or even a sapphire bracelet? It's just amazing. It's not just sapphires. You get sapphires, fancy sapphires, rubies, emeralds in there. Totally natural for all of them. It's one of our longest lengths we've offered. We have offered a 90 centimetre one, but it wasn't 26.95. This is 43 centimetres. You've got an authenticity certificate to prove it's natural. But FY for you, CD70. So FYCD70 is a code on that one. It's gorgeous. Your designs are gorgeous. You have been gorgeous, Irene. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Isn't it lovely to have Irene on? I don't know if you'll know when you're going to be next with us.
I think it's either the 20th or 21st of this month.
Fabulous. Keep your eyes peeled on the JewelleryMaker.com website. It will keep you up to date with what designers are on. We try to be as accurate as possible, but bear in mind sometimes there's illness and sometimes things are unforeseen happen, so we may need to change. But for example, tonight you've got the lovely Gemma Crow, and that was a 3-hour notice she had to come and join tonight, so she'll be on with the gorgeous Zena. But do check for when Irene's next on. I've had a lovely day, and I'll see you on Friday with their brand new bare copper chainmail and diamonds at the weekend, so don't go anywhere. Have a lovely evening. Thank you.
And you. Bye.